Hello, everyone. Welcome to the GameKraft GameKast on the GamerAccess.com. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the ever articulate Aaron Reynolds
Ooh, new adjectives.
and the ever randy Ray Glenn Johannesson III.
Hello.
How many days did it take you to pick just the right words?
Actually, like just today, like
No.
I was dumping the
You're saying you
garbage.
don't put a lot of thought into us? Is that
Yeah,
what this
what are we?
is?
Chopped liver?
No, I was so. I was dumping the garbage, and I was thinking of.
Oh, good.
Uh, I was done with the garbage, and when I'm doing like menial chores, I'll think of ways to like mix shows up or do fun things. And I was like, and I thought of our Pokken Tournament video we recorded earlier today,
I love our Pokken Tournament video.
and we were talking about the like, what was our title? Red Hot Battle Trainer.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were the
those
red
titles are
hot
pretty
battle.
good.
We're the red
Yeah,
hot battle trainer, and
yeah.
we were a
So
bit rowdy. We
yeah,
are rowdy for battle.
and for some reason I thought of Randy from that. And I'm like, oh, that's a good adjective for like use. And then I was like, what's one I could use for Aaron? I need something that starts with an A, and I was like, articulate.
That just
So
popped in there.
Articulate.
That was
yep,
next after awesome. What are
yep,
common A words that come to mind?
yep. So
Cool.
the most
You
cool.
could have gone with a lot worse. So articulate, I'll take it.
Uh, I certainly could have. Uh, so gentlemen, how's the week been?
I'm a few hours into the weekend and I've already made mistakes.
Oh, what? How so? Go on.
Well, first off, just to start, I like finished the last of my tub of ice cream, which was like
Not
25%
your
of the
tub of
thing.
ice cream.
Oh man, I feel sick. That was
Uh,
bad. That was a
I
bad idea. It was good at the
I
time.
that's irony because I feel the same way about juicies. Like I was like I hadn't eaten today at
You feel
all.
the same way about Juicy.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
I feel the same way. Oh god. Yeah, I
Juicy's
feel the same
hamburger
way about
place,
Juicy's.
Juicy's hamburger place in Reno, best hamburger in Reno, and
Where's
I
it
don't
uh,
at?
know. I heard
and
there's a pretty good place up in Seattle area for a good burger. Bronson, what was that place again?
dicks. You put all the dicks in your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah. When you get that big old bag of dicks, you just have to gobble it all down. And Aaron just sighed
Time
so
before
hard.
dick joke. 2 minutes, 16 seconds.
Oh god. Oh no, it's gonna be worse. Like when we have a panel up at PAX and like we just hold up two bags. We brought dicks for everyone.
Who
Uh,
wants a big old bag of dicks? Whoever
uh,
answers this question.
oh god. But I went there and I was super hungry because I hadn't eaten all day except for like some candy. Like I ate some candy from C's.
Some candy.
And I ordered a triple, which they're called Juicy's Giant Hamburgers. So their burgers are kind of big already. So I ordered a triple with extra cheese, and like halfway through it, I was like, "This is a mistake. But that's a mistake I'm gonna live with." And I,
It's. I
and
mean,
I,
tomorrow I could always just order like an octa.
yeah, you're terrifying. You literally terrify the wait staff there.
They watch me eat.
Yeah, like it's so Ray is a bottomless pit,
I am not a bottomless pit.
and
I'm a frail, dainty human.
and as a bottomless pit, like it started out as like you started out ordering like a triple, and we are like, oh, that's a lot of food. Um, and then you're like, oh, I'm still hungry. I'm gonna order a quad. We're like, god damn! Like the wait staff was like, how? Like what? Okay. And then like it got to the point, and then like now you're at the point where you order a penta, and and like the wait staff had to ask, how do I ring this up?
I'm saying they just need to name the burger the Ray.
If you eat an octa, I think that should be a demand. Like, I think that should be a demand you
I'll just
make.
go up to them and ask, just to be like, hey, if I can eat 8 patties in a single sitting in front of you, will you name it the Ray?
It probably would. Um,
I demand to speak with the juicy owner. Mr. Juicy,
Jeez.
Madam
What?
Juicy.
This is how
Madam
a porn
Juicy.
starts.
It's just like Mr. It's like, haven't you seen Mr. and Mrs. Pickle? Just
Oh,
like that.
No, I have.
Oh,
No.
okay. We're
Oh, God.
we're going down a dark
Okay.
path here.
I like how I'm talking about
Yeah.
food and you guys are just like, I'm gonna bring this to perversion levels.
I
Well,
mean, we've been doing
Weirdos.
we've
You
been
guys are
doing that.
weirdos and bad people.
I know that people are watching the Ocarina of Time video way later, but for when we get to Jabu Jabu's belly, just all sex jokes. Just nothing but like an hour of sex jokes.
It's just an hour of innuendos.
And
But
yeah,
you like it
in your
innuendo.
endos.
yeah, like, and also that one hallway that causes your eyes to freak the fuck out. No, like, there's this. So we've been working on recording our Let's Play of Ocarina of Time, and it posts the week this posts, the first 4 episodes, and we're on episode like 19 right now.
Yeah, we are, buddy.
And like in Jabu Jabu's belly, the 3rd dungeon, there's this hallway where like the wall texture moves constantly, and it just like makes you feel like you're hallucinating.
Great.
Yep.
Best kind of
Yeah.
video games.
Yeah, the kind that makes you want to throw up your gold and silver breakfast. Because we decided to grab breakfast before recording.
I've done
We
that.
always grab breakfast before recording.
No, you always grab breakfast for recording. I grab a glass of water and some toast and say, "Hey, I'm gonna eat after this shit."
Because you're weird.
It's just because I'm not hungry when I wake up. Like, very rarely am I like wake up and I'm going like, "Oh, I'm starving."
Very
What's-
rarely am I not being just like, oh, I'm gonna eat all this food.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat all this food.
I remember living with you and like looking at like how long food would last that I would normally make versus with you in the house. It's like, because like if I make chicken tacos for like me and my mom, it'll last 3 to 4 days. With you, like 1 to 2. And so
Just
like
1 to 2.
yeah, like I've occasionally we'd get to 3. If you weren't hungry or we weren't home a lot, like we'd get to 3.
If I'm not hungry,
Oh,
what are you saying?
yeah, that
Trying to
never
say
happened.
something?
That you're a dainty little woman. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I am a frail, dainty little person.
I'm obviously joking. Anyway, so yeah, past week's gone by. Ray and I have been working doubles all week long.
Yep,
Oof.
I've worked. Actually, I have 2 jobs, so I work more than just a double.
No, that's a double, like because it's an 8 and an 8. You're just split. Like it's just not consecutive. They're just split, which is 1,000 times worse. Because that's what my Wednesday is. My Wednesday is an 8-hour shift followed by like a 5-hour break and then another 8-hour shift. Like that is the worst shit. Like I can do 16 hours straight, no problem. You know, like if I was doing what you were doing, where I was like 8 hours in the call center, then 8 hours at the group home, that would be an issue. It's the break that kills you.
Yeah, easily it's the break.
Because you think it's nice, because you're like, oh, I get a break, but you're like, no, because you like take a short nap and maybe get food, and then it's time to go again.
No, like I can't even take a short nap. Like straight up, if I do, I just fall asleep.
I wish I
Yeah.
could.
That is, you know, as I've gotten older, I've realized that is a skill I'm so thankful I have.
Yeah.
Because I have so many friends who can't nap. They have to just sleep or not, and it makes it so that they can't like do some of the things that I do when it comes to work or life. And I love the ability of like I can sleep for 3 hours, get up and go.
Well, I mean, I would consider a nap like 1 hour.
Okay, yeah.
I
well,
would not consider a nap 1 hour.
That's what I consider nap. I feel like if you're going like 3 hours or more, like there are regular nights where I'm sleeping 3 hours, which I'm not saying is very healthy, but just the way I do it, it doesn't. That feels like sleeping.
I'm saying 4+ is not a nap. That's 1 to 3 is nap territory for me because like I'll get home at 7:30 a.m. and then sleep until 11 a.m. and like that doesn't feel like sleep.
I think it has to fit within the time frame of your average movie. If you sleep from start to finish, I got to sleep. To me.
Okay, everyone has a different opinion on this. I know for
Yeah.
me, for me, anything under 4 hours doesn't feel like sleep. It feels like a nap.
Anything under 4 hours?
Yeah, if it's under 4 hours, it feels like a nap. If it's over 4 hours, that's sleep. So
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm getting very well acquainted with this because because the middle of my week is the shittiest thing ever. Like
The middle of your week is?
yeah, because my Monday is just a normal 8 hours, but then
Bro.
what?
No, middle of your week is nice.
No, okay, so this is my schedule, Aaron, because Ray already knows.
Okay.
Alright, so Monday I work 2 to 10. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you gotta remember my commute each way is about an hour and a half, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Right.
And then Tuesday, it's 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. So,
Okay.
a 10-hour shift. And then Wednesday, it's 12 a.m. So the shift is continuing still.
Right.
To 6 a.m. And then I come back at 2 p.m. and work until 10 p.m.
Good Lord.
And then Thursday, I just work 2 to 10. And then I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, at least you have the 3-day weekend.
Yeah, like that's, what I've realized about this is if I could work like 32 hours in 2 days and then an 8-hour shift in 1 day, I would totally do it for a 4-day weekend.
I totally, when I was in Idaho, I had a schedule of 12-8-12 from Tuesday to Thursday with 4 days off. And it didn't matter how shitty the job got at times, those 4 days meant everything to me.
Because the thing I realize is I'll work for 64 fucking hours, 4 days of doubles, if I get a 3-day weekend. I will I will absolutely do it if I get a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Now, granted, my weekend is at least 1 day of it is spent on TGA, but still, it's I have fun doing TGA. It's fun stuff. Writing's fun. PR's not fun, but
No. Yeah.
But recording videos with Ray is super fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. I know Ray and I just went amiibo hunting today.
Nice.
Yeah. Picked up
anything good? Anything?
Yeah, I picked up 2 guys out of the new set that just came out. I picked up Ryu and Roy.
Okay, right. Yep.
Yeah. Man, I hate retailer exclusive amiibos.
Yeah.
Because I ordered Ryu on Amazon because I had an Amazon gift card. And I was like, oh man, I'm just going to order Roy with him and get them both the same day. And I noticed he wasn't on Amazon. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And I check Nintendo's website. It's like GameStop exclusive. And I'm just like, oh. Not only is it retailer exclusive, it's GameStop exclusive. So, just wanted to light myself on fire when that happened. But I picked them up today because they had more than enough in stock. And now my amiibo collection, I think I have 9 characters in the Smash set and then 4 outside of it. So.
Okay.
I got Tom Nook.
Cool. Nice.
The most badass amiibo. So Ray, you picked up Roy today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that ain't a bad day.
Yeah, no. I like my Roy amiibo.
Roy does look super awesome. He is one of the better looking amiibos. For $14, most of them look pretty rad. I've hit my tip. I've figured out the value of what I'm willing to pay for an amiibo though. And
Okay.
What?
the most I'm willing to pay for a single amiibo is $25. That is,
Well, Jesus, which one was that?
um, I don't have one that I've paid that much for yet, but
Okay.
that is the point where it's just like if it's a character I like enough, like a Toon Link or like a Little Mac or Bayonetta, like I will pay up to $25. Because I'm going to pay $20 to get Lucina. So
Okay.
and I'm gonna pay 18 for Rosalina and Luma. So yeah.
Jeez.
I've been pleasantly surprised with how cheap the Splatoon bundle's been. I'm probably gonna pick that up soon.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love those
That-
guys.
Yeah, they got good art. I like the squid one. Oh,
Pretty good.
yeah, game's great.
There's a kid. There are two kids, and then there's a squid.
Are you a kid now or are you a squid now?
Some say they're both.
They're cool. The legend. Legend foretells correctly.
So
So
anyway,
So,
aside from
yeah.
ice cream. I also learned how cricket works.
How
like the-
cricket works.
like the
That happened in the last
subscriber?
hour.
Like
No,
the-
no. Cricket, like the sport.
Oh, cricket's fun.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
I
talking
enjoy
about like,
cricket.
I thought you were talking about the cell phone carrier. I was like, yeah.
I figured it out, man. I figured out how we can get like 1 terabyte per second.
That'd be. I would
Anyway.
actually. I would murder for that. We also picked up a flash drive today, so because our current recording setup is like we record at my house, then I upload it to the server. Ray pulls the video off to edit, and then he uploads it to the server again. So we finally bought a flash drive, so I don't have to upload anymore.
Oh, nice.
Because uploading one 60-minute access video takes 3 fucking hours. Versus on one of those flash drives 5 minutes.
Right.
So yeah,
All right.
because we record in 1080p, so everything is like 8 gigs. Now Anthony has
Nice.
a complete archive of everything we've done. I believe he's on a second hard drive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like one day we're gonna have to put this shit in a server farm somewhere. So, but yeah, Amiibo. That's video game related, right?
Amiibos
Sure.
are?
I guess.
You
I
use
guess
them-
what depends on who you're talking to.
I mean, I use the. I haven't used them for Zelda at all.
I was gonna say, are you using them for games?
Like I'm not like outside of Little Mac. No.
Yeah. I don't know how
Um,
video game related that is.
That's
uh,
not very.
They're video game characters, I guess.
I guess.
I guess.
That,
I know-
I guess that counts.
I know that there have been rumors of Blizz Amiibos, like Blizzard's version of Amiibo / Affinity,
Oh jeez.
and I'm just like I'm just reminded of the Penny Arcade comic of like Gabe breaking into Blizzard, hearing about World of StarCraft. No, you monsters! I have a family. Because like I already said Nintendo would bankrupt me, and they're well on their way. Because I will get that entire Smash set.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That
at that
mess you up.
I added up how much that's probably going to cost me. Like over the course of like 3 years, it's going to cost me like $800.
Oh Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
I already started, bro.
You can stop.
You can
There's always
stop.
stop. You can always say no. No means no.
Say no to drugs. There, even if I don't collect the whole set, I do want to get all my favorite characters. Which
Sure.
I'm still like I still need Mario, like regular Fireball Mario, Toon Link, and Bayonetta. So
Right.
Bayonetta needs to come out fucking sooner though. The wait for her has been killing me.
Bayonetta needs to come out sooner.
Yeah, Bayonetta needs to come out immediately.
I'm okay.
You'll get your Cloud.
Yeah.
I'll get my
I'll get my
Bayonetta.
corn. My whiny little ass corn.
Oh god. So, anyway, Aaron, video games.
Yo,
You've been playing
video
any?
games. What I do? I started playing Ingress this morning, but that's nothing new. It's just that was more from the Pokemon Go news announcement. Talk about more details about that game. Made me want to go try out Ingress and see what that's like. And it's all right.
Okay.
Have you guys ever played Ingress?
Not
No.
really, no.
Yeah, I've only gotten through the tutorial missions so far, but it's all right. I don't see how it's going to. Everyone was expecting this, like, real world Pokemon RPG with full on battles and adventure and all that stuff, and
You mean that's not what it is?
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid this
Totally
is
what it is.
It's going to be more of a capture gyms and hold control points by catching Pokemon and placing them there to guard it.
Wait, what
And
is this? Pokemon.
This is Pokemon Go.
Okay, for some reason I was thinking like doesn't sound like Pokemon Tekken.
No, Pokken Tournament is still fantastic, but I didn't play too much of that.
It's
Oh,
a lot of fun.
We did 6-minute access on the day today, so I guess we'll talk about that now.
Yeah, let's do that now.
So, as someone who is a big fan of fighting games, I tend to really enjoy them. I don't think it's a particularly good fighting game, but I think it's a really good Pokemon. Like if you're Pokemon fan, you'll really fucking love it. But
I mean, it's really good for someone like me who's really into Pokemon and only casually likes fighting games.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that'd be a good way to describe it.
Because I was hoping for something like Persona 4 Arena / Ultimax, where it was it's totally full of fan service for big time Pokemon fans, but there's also a really deep fighting system here, and that's kind of not what I found. And also, I hate phase shifts. I hate them. I just
they're really bad.
I think they're fine. They don't bother me very much. I don't think they're necessary, but I think they're fine.
I just don't I would have enjoyed it much more as a traditional 2D or 3D fighter. The phase shifts just annoy me.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, but
yeah,
I understand. It's different.
Coming off of playing KI at that Microsoft event, and some more when I was at home, and Street Fighter V, playing some real ass fighting games.
Well, Pokken Tournament was never supposed to be a realist ass fighting game. It's supposed to be, a fighting game, but just with Pokemon fans. I know they're doing Evo and stuff, but I don't think it was ever meant to be challenging Street Fighter, even though it seems to be challenging Street Fighter in sales.
Yeah, my response is A, Pokemon, and B, I mean
Street Fighter's also messing this up.
Street Fighter's in early access right now, so I mean.
Oh, is that the official
it's not
term
done
for what they're doing?
That's what Anthony and I are calling it.
It might as well be, man. They should have.
Actually the update hits the 28th, which is gonna have stretching March update to the last possible minute, right?
Right.
You could not have stretched that any further.
Such is video game development.
But it comes out on March. Without real money transactions. It's gonna have challenge mode, which is an extensive series of tutorials for all skill levels. So they'll teach you about when to do V skills and shit. And then Alex in the in-game shop will appear on the 30th, which will allow people to finally use their fight money to buy extra characters and costumes.
I'm so excited for certain costumes, you don't even know.
I'm just I love that game. It's still my favorite game of the year so far. I know we're 3 months in. Yeah, Street Fighter's just that game, its fighting system is so good. But it just does not have enough content or tutorials or anything to really keep going. Which is a shame because Pokken Tournament I feel is the opposite, where I don't particularly like its fighting system, but it has like tons to do. And
I like my issue with it is literally like the whole like concept of how things are. It's just like the concept of how things work. Like sometimes you can be hit against the wall and they can't hit you, but other times they can hit you. Yeah, it's just like I find it weird.
yeah,
It's
like
it's just I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like I don't like it, but at the same time I love Pokemon. So it's hard to hate it.
like if you're a Pokemon fan, like it's really great because you get like all this really cool fan service. But I don't see why this game is
fan service.
not that kind of fan service. But like if you're I don't know why this game is an Evo. Like I was kind of hoping for like a Persona 4 Ultimax situation of the best of both worlds where like it was satisfying fans.
It's the best of both worlds. Not what we were going for?
No.
Sure.
No. But I was hoping for like a best of both worlds situation like Persona 4 Ultimax where it's like really in-depth hardcore fighting game but still easy to get into and enjoyable for the people who just like the other Persona games and the Persona RPGs.
I mean, it's fairly in-depth for people like me. That's the thing.
Like for you it's fine, but like I said, I'm coming off playing fucking Street Fighter for 2 months.
Right, but I don't think Pokken Tournament was meant for you to begin with.
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah, Bronson, come on. Not everything's meant for you.
Well, no, I'm saying that I think they could have changed things about that fighting system regardless, though. Like I said, like that phase shift stuff, that reminds me of the Naruto or Dragon Ball games I wasn't a fan of.
Which, again, they were, I believe... Aren't these the Naruto guys?
That makes sense. That would totally make sense. It reminds me of those games.
I thought that's who was doing it.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't know. All I know is that the writing and voice acting is something else.
Oh yeah,
it's something else.
Wow,
it's a really pretty game. It's
really pretty.
It's yeah.
Is it pretty?
It is a gorgeous game. Like there's no doubt about how good it looks. I love the music. The animations for super attacks are awesome. Like those big elaborate attacks, especially Lucha Pikachu or like Pika Libre.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Pikachu Libre is the best.
Best character in that fucking game.
Yep.
Like
good.
I mained Blaziken, but Pikachu Libre is where it is at.
Oh, I just did Stone Cold Stunner over and over. It's the best.
God. So, that's Pokken Tournament. Did anyone else play?
That's a good game.
Yeah, like I would say if you're a Pokemon fan or you want kind of like a party fighting game, check it out.
It's certainly not something that you can just jump in the way Super Smash Bros. Does, but
I don't know, man. Like Ray and I jumped in. We were doing pretty well.
I had one win online and I feel accomplished.
Well,
my Garchomp stomped him.
Going through the move list and the combo list tutorials that they have are really helpful, and I'm into their single player thing where you go in and rank up through the leagues.
Like that was cool. I think that was actually legit really cool. I don't know. I think that game. I think, like I said, it's not what I want it to be, but it's also still a really good game. I'm just kind of the opinion of I wouldn't spend $60 on it.
I would.
Like I'm.
Wait, it's a $60 game.
Yeah, it's full price Wii U game.
Yeah.
No, there's no way it's $60.
I believe so. I will check.
That is just.
That's what I paid.
Is it really?
Yeah. Hold on.
Unless GameStop's been swindling me.
Oh, did GameStop jahoozle you again?
No, gosh darn it!
It is $60. Yep.
Yeah.
What's $60?
It's a fighting game.
Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament's $60. Even with my GameFly discount, it's like 52. So I mean, that makes sense.
It's a fighting game with a single player that is not as deep as your usual video game, but serves the purpose of letting you figure out how these characters work, and then you go play online.
It's
It's
cool.
just like most of the other ones.
It's cool for what it is, man. And like I said, I had fun with it. I'm just not super in love with it, but like I said, once it gets a price drop, I'll probably pick it up for like game night.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Let's see. Did anyone play anything else this week?
I've been playing a lot of DOTA.
Okay.
Heroes of the Storm. I've been playing Zool. Zool is awesome.
I've been playing Heroes as well. I started to dig into Greymane and Chen and found out I love characters that have like a jump attack because no one ever expects it. Also, it's a pretty good way to jack kills on occasion.
Oh. Let's see. Have you played Zool at all, Bronson?
No, he hasn't been in the free-to-play list, and I just haven't bothered to take him into try mode.
Yeah, since we're a big hero kind of group right here, I'm going to tell you guys a little about him then, if that's alrighty with you guys.
That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
So, what I've noticed from playing him, he's definitely a ganking character.
Like what do you
if
mean?
you're going to use it, like, one of his abilities is Bone Coffin. It literally locks you in place for 2 seconds, and at level 16, I want to say, it also weakens your defense by 25%. So basically, what I learned to do with him is basically if I'm not just farming a lane, like if I'm on like the Headless Horseman map for a perfect situation, actually, it's basically I would like hide in a bush, wait for like my teammates, like wait for them to run by, like fighting my teammates, and then when they try and run back, coffin. I use my scythe, and then one of his abilities, Curse Strikes, basically is like a cleave. And like I think it's like level 8, you can make it so you summon creep with it. So it's literally coffin, creep, scythe, and it's basically a kill.
So I just pulled up the tier list because he did get placed this week. He is top tier. He is tier 1, and it says unrivaled in most areas with a kite that can absolutely destroy melee heroes. He is a must-have with no rival. Which it seems that they're putting out, like, because like it used to be when a new hero would launch, so he'd be really underpowered. Now it seems that they've really gone the other way. Because like Li Ming is also tier 1. It's like ridiculous damage, easy to play. So
Li Ming?
Yeah.
What? Li Ming?
Yes, the wizard from Diablo.
Oh, I thought you meant the little panda.
No, that's Lili.
Lili.
Yeah, sorry. I was just like, you're on crack if you think she's one of the best. Like, straight up crack and heroin.
She is tier 3, I believe. Yeah, she's tier 3. Her blinds are incredibly useful against characters like the Butcher and Illidan, but her crowd control and healing is limited compared to others. Nova actually finally got bumped out of tier 5 because of her recent slight buff, but she's in bottom tier. And it says, no mobility, very little health, terrible burst after her talent rework, avoid like the plague.
Avoid like the plague.
Other characters in that tier are Artanis, Gazlo, Illidan, and the Lost Vikings.
Okay.
Or Lost Vikings. They're better than that.
No, we're not going to have
they're
this.
Bay. Lost
We're
Vikings
not doing this again.
Not... You can go be wrong.
Oh, by the way, you know what I've like in Heroes, by the way? Like, after you hit level 30, like, everyone has, like, super cool skins that you play with.
Oh, yeah. No, that's super awesome.
Like, I noticed that last time I was playing. I was like, this is really neat.
Yeah. I've noticed that they've done a really good job of making it so most characters are in tier 2 or tier 3. So that, you know, most characters are what you would call balanced.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, like they have very few characters in tier 4, none in tier 5. So, very few garbage heroes, and they have very few in tier 1, so no guys who are just total beaters. Except they're new guys, so.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah, I hopped on Heroes quite a fair bit this week. Messed around with Greymane. I really like him.
Nice. Like I got really good at DOTA.
Yeah, have you been playing against real people or bots?
I've won every match against real people.
And who have you been? And what character have you been playing with?
The Tiny actually.
Oh wow, I do the Fire Mage. God, what's her name? Jesus.
The one that like does like the Phoenix attack.
Yeah, I'm forgetting her name.
Yeah, me too. But she's cool.
Yeah. I don't know that game. Dota's a cool game. I know you've been playing with two dudes who are really good at it, which, like,
yeah, it makes it a lot easier and more fun.
Yeah, because that game, when you are learning it by yourself, it is just pain.
Yeah, like, I mean, I had a pretty good advantage coming from Heroes. Like, I knew basically everything to know about a MOBA.
I wouldn't say that, because, like, Dota has shit like Last Hit and Denies and...
Oh, yeah, like, finding out about Denies hurt me. It hurt my soul.
Oh, yeah, Denies is the shittiest thing in the universe. So, yeah, MOBAs. Hey.
MOBAs are cool. So I've heard.
God, what else did I drop time into this week? We've been Let's playing Ocarina of Time, and I've been playing it on my DS, along with Twilight Princess, so I've been getting my healthy serving of Zelda.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is very nice.
Yeah, that, Ocarina of Time holds up in a lot of ways. It's super fun to play. Obviously the 3DS version had a graphical revamp, but that graphical revamp looks awesome. That game is, it's in a lot of ways it is timeless. Also, its music is great. Then Ray, you've been doing Ocarina because of our Let's Play series.
Hey, Ocarina.
God damn it. You've been doing Ocarina because of our Let's Play series, and...
Why'd you say God damn it?
Because hey, Ocarina. That's why.
Put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up.
That's not. Nope.
That's not even the same song.
Nope.
Ocarina.
Not even the same song.
It's a better song.
But how you been liking it? How you been liking what is... So I bothered to look it up because I always knew it was like one of the highest rated games ever. It is the second or third highest rated game ever, depending on how many reviews you are counting in the average. So...
Huh.
That's neat.
What's it around? Did you see?
The games ahead of it, depending on what average you use, are Mario Galaxy or Mario Galaxy and GTA 5.
Huh.
So it's either Mario Galaxy, Mario Galaxy, Mario Galaxy, or Mario Galaxy.
I find it funny that we've Let's Played Grand Theft Auto on Twitch, and now we're doing Ocarina. So like we're hitting all the greatest games ever, apparently, according to ratings.
Good strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to be popular, play the best.
It's
around.
It's the 30th.
Gonna keep you down.
Like, I actually kind of want to do another Zelda game this year because it's the 30th anniversary, and you're gonna get good traffic because of the 30th anniversary.
Right.
So.
Not a bad strategy.
No.
That's all right.
And like people like Zelda playthroughs, and they're generally really entertaining especially because this is Ray is seeing this game blind for the first time.
I've never played a Zelda
and never played Ocarina of Time, so you all this is new to you. It's really,
those are always fun.
Yeah, like I kind of want to do Wind Waker later in the year, just because there are plot points in that game that I think would blow people's minds.
Plot points.
Yeah, there are things in that game's story that are like, what the fuck?
I like the evil gypsies.
Like the bird,
Um,
like how I'll save it because we'll probably play through it later.
I
exactly.
like,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the bird people were exciting to find out about.
Um. So I
But
do,
by the way, dude, those spectral mages and heroes are just destructive.
oh wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
oh
like
god,
how his character can summon like 4 spectral mages.
yeah, that's basically summoning a group of mercenaries is what that is.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sylvanas' level 20 mind control could work on them. Oh my god,
What?
how funny would that be? Just you have a lane of him summoning zombies and her just turning them. Summon more, turn more, summon more, turn more. That's just
It'd be really humorous.
um, just war of the undead lords, middle of the map. So, anyone play anything else?
Ah,
I've
not
been
myself.
playing
Aaron?
nothing. I've been playing nothing but Dota and Heroes and sleeping. Does
It,
sleeping count as video games?
Oh
no,
God, I wish.
but you've
Is
been.
sleeping a video game?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Depends on how you play it.
Um, that makes sense because you've been hanging out with those two MOBA dudes.
Yeah.
I hopped on Hearthstone this past week, and I really enjoyed.
Oh, did you know you can't buy a certain packs anymore because of the new update?
No, you can buy certain packs. It's just that you can't use them in certain formats. So you can still buy them. You just so I told you about this in a news story actually like a month ago. Is they're breaking it up so there's going to be 2 formats. One is going to be every single card in the game is allowed to use, and then one it's going to make it so only the base set plus whatever the 2 most recent sets are allowed to use.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And
So
it's unfortunate.
I don't think it's unfortunate just because like if you don't play that game for a while and then you come back to it, you are going to be like, what the fuck if they made it so they kept every set around for traditional ranked play. Think about, because they put out 2 to 4 new sets a year. So think about if you stop playing that game for 6 months, you are 2 sets behind already. And like we saw what happened with the Archaeologist Pact when that happened.
It was fun.
It was bullshit.
But fun.
Fuck Reno Jackson.
Reno Jackson.
We're gonna
Thinking
be
about
rich.
Reno. We're gonna be rich. I hate that guy. I want to punch him in his not real face.
Every time you hear that, you're like, we're gonna be rich. Your thought process is fuck you. Fuck you, Reno Jackson. Did you do the Tavern Brawl this week in Hearthstone by any chance?
What's the Tavern Brawl?
So the Tavern Brawl is you play like pre-made decks against random people, and if you win,
Oh, that.
you get
No, I did not.
It was super awesome. They did because what they did is they did a random like boss battle. So you had a boss heroic ability.
Boss heroic?
You had a boss deck and a boss heroic ability. So one person is like the thief from the Archaeology Pact, and the other one is Kel'Thuzad from Naxxramas. Oh my god, both those decks were so much fun. They were just so much fun to tool around with. Like Kel'Thuzad has this like his ability is he can pay 2 to bring a monster back to life. So you can just like keep resurrecting super powerful monsters. And then the other one, you can summon a random legendary with bring a random legendary to your hand and it only costs 1 mana crystal to summon.
That's insane.
Dude, the games are fucking crazy. Like I'll send you a screenshot later of this one field I got. Like it was absolutely insane. So yeah. Hey, turns out everyone here still likes Blizzard games, it seems.
Really?
Turns out.
Turns out. Aaron,
I would not have guessed.
Aaron, you getting more of that Stardew Valley in or nah?
No, I got a few days in. I'm basically right at the part where it's about to turn to fall, which means I have to stop planting plants so that because if I plant plants now, they're in summer season, so the moment it hits fall and they haven't given me anything, those plants die. So my field is kind of bare right now. I'm still producing hops, so I'm harvesting those. But otherwise, I'm just trying to get deeper in the mine and giving random nonsense to people, trying to make them my friend.
There's a hole in the bottom of the mine.
Because this game, like, it's getting unbelievably positive press. Like,
it's a cool game.
Like 5 out of 5 Giant Bomb, 9.5 out of 10 IGN, like 5 out of 5 Destructoid. Like, it is just sweeping all these goddamn websites. So I'm looking into it because, like, I loved me some Harvest Moon. So,
if you want something that's like an escape, where you're just more doing like a simple life kind of thing, but without any of the actual hard work of farming, like
if you want to live in
done in the
simpler
first hour.
times,
If you got some dating going on, you're gonna be spending a lot of time giving certain gems to people. Don't give the soda to the goth girl. She hates that. Don't let you know. That still blows my mind. But anyway, so the game's great, and as long as you want like a little escape, it's a very chill game. There's no like you're trying to beat the game or anything like that. You are just living and expanding your farm and getting deeper into the mine and getting to know the people. It's cool.
I'd be super down because I've been really in the mood for either something different or like an action adventure game, because the last really good action adventure game that came out was Tomb Raider, and that came out in November. And I have beat that a while ago, and I've been just starved for one. Because that's my favorite genre. And like, I'm replaying these Zeldas, but that's great, but I've played them before. So it's just like I need Dark Souls or Ratchet and Clank soon. Like, I need them. I can't.
Or else,
like, I'm just
someone's gonna get it.
I feel like that was just really out of context.
I don't.
Okay, whatever. I've been like, I want a Grand Theft Auto or a new Zelda or Dark Souls or Ratchet and Clank, because I'm like, I love those kind of games. But man, like, because like none of those have come out this year. Like, it's been strategy RPGs, strategy games, fighting games, and it's this like, I'm dying. So
you don't get a lot of Ratchet and Clank kind of games anymore.
Yeah, new ones coming out in next month. It's $40 too.
Okay.
So
all
right. So yeah, I guess we should move into news.
Okay.
News.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Crap, we have a lot of it.
Good lord.
Do we?
It was crazy.
It has been a long news week. I'm just gonna go in the order that I have them downloaded to my browser. So, Overwatch is going to let you play by sound with this new Dolby technology. Give me a second while the page loads. It'll be the first game to make use of Dolby's Atmos surround sound over headphones. So, what this is if you're using stereo headphones, it'll allow them to act like surround sound as long as you have a computer that supports it. So, like, with this technology, when you're playing the game with Atmos on, you can pinpoint, like, where, like, Ferret is flying above you or the sniper up on the ledge.
Jeez.
Really?
So, those of you out there with high-end headphones, there you go. It'll be the first video game to make use of it, too. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Apparently, Star Wars Battlefront will also make use of it. So,
all right.
All right.
Awesome.
Firewatch has sold 500,000 copies.
500,000?
Yes. Priced at $20, the game has brought in $10 million in revenue. The developer Panic shared that after one day, the publisher recouped its investment. The publisher said the way it measures success may be different because of how well this game is done. They say, of course, they wanted to make the best game possible, but we really hoped it would recoup. Firewatch's budget, while huge for us, was modest for a game of its quality and scope, but we made our investment back in one day. It was the top-selling game of the month on PlayStation in February, outperforming Far Cry Primal. Let's see, what else? They said they're going to continue to work on patches to improve performance on PS4. And they also said, addressing the ending, some people really loved Firewatch's ending, others didn't, the publisher said. Both opinions are valid, but we wanted to tell a real-life story, and those often end quietly and sadly. We're grateful people played enough to have an opinion.
Huh.
I
Okay.
played enough.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I really need to finish that game since it's like 5 hours long.
It's so good. It is a great game. I'm so happy they're having success. It actually beats out Gone Home for my favorite walking simulator.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Gone Home even that good though?
Gone Home was awesome. It was in it got all these awards, and it was in my top 10 games of the year it came out.
Well, we all know how much your opinion matters. You're
Quite
a wireless
lot.
internet celebrity a lot.
Yeah, quite a lot. So
I'd say, yeah, yours counts quite a lot, I guess. Maybe.
Anyway, so any opinions on Firewatch from anyone here? Ray, how far are you in the game?
How far did we make it together?
Okay, so that answers that question. Not like you're maybe like a fourth of the way there. That game had a really good story, really good writing. It was really humorous. It looked amazing. And like a lot of people were upset with the ending, but I actually kind of liked it. So, it's kind of abrupt is my main problem with it. Right.
Okay. Sounds good though.
Yeah,
So
you should try it.
yeah, you should. I know Ray has downloaded on his PC. Yeah, that'd be a perfect game to test out your new video card because man, is it pretty! It is a pretty.
I may have to
game.
try that out. Yeah.
So Microsoft announced its new spring sale. It started on March 20th, and they said all Xbox One systems are marked down $50 for the event, meaning you can get a new console for as low as $300.
Wait, say that again?
All Xbox One consoles are marked down by $50, so you'll be able to get an Xbox One for $300.
Oh, dude.
They're also having a bunch of sales on games such as Gears of War Ultimate Edition for $10, Rare Replay for $20, Tomb Raider and Forza and Halo for $40. Along with sales for backwards compatible 360 games.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
Does Microsoft have a prayer of ever catching Sony?
I mean, if the news about the PlayStation 4.5 is a thing,
Like, that's the real question: is Sony gonna pull a Sega and fuck up so bad that they allow their opponent to catch up?
because that's the thing is that like Sony had the jump in terms of the console, and people are buying the console more, and people could consider that the main console because the devs are developing for that more. But there are still not enough games, I think.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think there's enough exclusives on any platform, but I do
Exactly.
think the PS4 definitely has the worst end of it right now.
Yeah.
Because like last year we were like, oh, what are the because we do our Game of the Year awards and we have best exclusive games for each system, and like we only had 3 names for a 3-game list.
Right.
It was like Disgaea, Bloodborne, and Until Dawn. Like 360 was very similar or not 360. Xbox One was very similar, where it was like Halo, Forza, IDARB.
IDARB.
Yeah, because Tomb Raider was on the 360.
Right.
Like
what a weird game.
That is so weird, especially because like you look at the 360 version, you're like, this doesn't look half as good even. This doesn't even look like half as good as this other version.
Right.
So, like, they're roughly 17 million in console sales behind, but they're currently lower priced. Unlike PlayStation, most of their systems, like most of their consoles, come in bundles. So you're gonna be like when you buy a PS4 right now, chances are you aren't getting a game with it. Yeah.
Right.
You're just getting the system. Versus like you buy an Xbox One right now, and like pulling up their website page right now. Like you buy an Xbox One right now, they have the Quantum Break bundle where you get Quantum Break and Alan Wake, or the Rainbow Six bundle.
Hold on. Can we just talk about how Quantum Break and Alan Wake are like the best name combination ever?
Is it because they rhyme?
A little bit. Like, you said that so fluently and so well. I'm just like, that sounds amazing. I don't even know why. That just is just like, that just rolls so well off the tongue. It just sits well in your ear.
Like,
hey, it's Alan Wake. You want Alan Quake 2? Psych, here's Quantum Break. Foo.
Boy.
There you go.
Foo.
Yep.
But right now, like, some PlayStations come with a game, but they're still $50 more expensive. Some don't. Like, it's just, and then, like, some are $100 more if you want that special paint job. But right now, like, Xbox has all these bundles. Like, they have, there's this one that's really cool where it's like choose your own game bundle, and you can choose between Forza, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Gears, and Rare Replay.
Damn.
And then if you can track down this one, it's Ori and the Blind Forest, Gears, and Rare Replay.
Wow.
Like they're being really competitive with these bundles.
They're doing some really smart business. It's just I don't know if they can continue going this way and get the games, because again, that's just number one priority. We've talked about this previously, the last couple podcasts. Just get the games. Whoever gets the games fastest.
I mean, they have been. Like the Xbox One has a stronger library of exclusives.
Yeah, but they just need to do that more.
But
they just need to do that more.
I think it's also I think it's also a marketing thing, because I remember like the announcement of the Xbox One was so bad. Like, just so unbelievably bad with the used game thing, and just everything connected to that was just this fucking awful train wreck of an announcement, right? It's like that was so bad that, like, even when we were at the PS4 launch and we were asking people, like, why are you getting a PS4 not an Xbox One? We were doing the video for that. They were like saying shit like, oh, because the Xbox One has like all this DRM stuff and like shit that just was like really outdated, not true info. You know? Like shit, it like they are in the situation Sony was, where it's just like a bad launch just murdered them. Like, just completely killed any momentum. Now, the PS3 eventually caught up and, ended up outselling the 360. But I just, don't see this happening unless this current rumor with Sony is true, which we'll get to that in a second. Because, like you look at Microsoft's game lineup, like, Tomb Raider, they haven't announced when it's coming to the PS4, so it's still an exclusive. They got the Forzas, they got Halo, they got Sunset Overdrive. Like, they got a bunch of great games, and like Sony's exclusives at present are like, they got Bloodborne, and they got Infamous.
Well, I guess that's the thing then. Where's the killer app? Where's the game that's blowing people's minds?
And like supposedly that's coming in May with Uncharted.
Yeah.
Supposedly, okay.
Supposedly.
I could see that.
Like, yeah, that because like Uncharted 2 was the game that turned it around for the PS3.
They would have to pull an Uncharted 2, which since they have already set the standard, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, like that. Like it's gonna like. So, that said, moving on to this news that could be the thing that handicaps the PlayStation. PlayStation 4.5.
PlayStation 4.5.
There are a bunch of rumors going around that there's going to be a new PlayStation. It's not like a PlayStation 5. They're still going to make PlayStation 4 games. This is just going to be a more powerful PlayStation 4 that'll make games look better and run some games in 4K.
Right. Yep. Which is cool, but I don't know if that's really something that people are asking for right now. But then again, I mean, they're developing it for the future anyway. So
yeah, when
4K is more accessible.
Yeah, and apparently it's like to use for God, what was it? For 4K Blu-ray.
4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, it does, but like I'm looking at it and I'm just like, this is the fucking this is the Sega 32X all over again, right?
That's what it sounds like.
32X.
Yeah, you know what that was, right? Like
yes.
what? Like it was this add-on / new console thing that instead of worrying about great games they put out, it's just like, well, games look better, but no one wants to make games for this fucking thing because no one owns it. It's or like the new 3DS. Like I bought a new 3DS because I wanted an XL, and I figured, well, if any games come to this thing, great. There's a whopping 2 games for it that are like exclusive to it. So you're gonna have that problem.
They're kind of messed up either way, unless I don't know. That's a tough problem to have, because if you make games for it, you're separating the market. If you're not making games for it, then there's no point in anyone buying it.
This is why this is fucking stupid.
I don't.
There's no winner here. You know, like no,
there's straight up no winner.
The only person this helps is Microsoft. Like, that is the only person this helps, because Microsoft can just do what Nintendo did in the 90s and be like, hey, yep, we still got games. We're making games. We're not concerned about upgrading hardware. This is all about great games and great applications for our system.
I mean, they're working on their Xbox Windows stuff, but
yeah, that's not the same.
They're doing good. And then they're working on Gears of War 4 here, I guess.
Yeah, that's supposedly coming out
another
this fall.
one that could be coming out then. And yeah, Xbox has a chance here. If this stuff going on with the PlayStation 4.5 is a real thing and it's not as crazy as we're making it out, or if it's as crazy as we're making it out to be, Xbox has a chance to turn it around fully here.
We'll
see.
Because I mean, like last generation, we kind of like these static boxes that upgraded through software over the course of like 8 years. Versus now, it's like I cannot believe someone is stupid enough to do this hardware thing. Like, especially because like Sony launched the PS, like everything about the PS4. Like, the way it launched was unbelievably smart. They were cheaper. They had a decent launch lineup and games coming. They had the more powerful system. Like, just boom, 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 boom. Everything was in their favor. And, like, they got that lead, and now they are just, like, they're maintaining it. But I don't know. Like, now it looks like they're going to fuck it up.
And maintaining it while Xbox has been catching up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if 4.5 is really going to be the best option here. I'm assuming that they see something that we don't, because there is an established example in the history of this industry to already say no, don't do that.
Yeah, like multiple.
Yeah.
There has to be something that
there
they
has
see.
To be like one thing that like none of us are seeing.
Well, like the only way I could see this getting like snuck into a house is through like 4K Blu-rays. Like that's like I think that's the way they're gonna Trojan horse it into a lot of people's houses.
I mean, if they truly rode on the back of it being a cheaper 4K Blu-ray player.
But I mean, even then, I'm like, I don't think enough people are adopting 4K right now. And even if they were, one of the advantages of consoles is like you buy this thing and for at least 4 to 5 years you're good. Like you don't you don't need to worry. So are they like so at this point is Sony just saying fuck it, go buy a PC?
I don't think so. I mean, they still haven't even made an official announcement about any of this yet. So
because I mean, Microsoft, like that's what Microsoft really wants is like you to say fuck gaming on the Xbox and just to game on Windows.
Well, obviously,
like
again,
if they don't have to make hardware and just make an operating system and like a game store for their products, that's what they want.
Well, absolutely, but no, I think we really just need to wait for Sony to say the official thing because obviously this looks bad, but they could either come out with an announcement confirming our fears, or they could clarify it and it could seem a little better.
Because I mean,
maybe even smart if they pull something out of their ass.
Because I mean,
who knows? They might pull like a super secret move out of somewhere.
Because PlayStation VR is already like, this.
That's another thing. That's the thing I've been hearing a lot about is the PlayStation VR. People are liking that in some cases more than any other one, just because of the price and how it feels
and how it has fucking games. Like there's software on that thing.
That's if there's anything that they are riding on, it's that. It's the VR succeeding and drawing people in.
Yeah, well, like,
which is if that's the strategy, that's a risky move to take.
Yeah, it is.
Like, even then, like those games they've announced for that aren't like immediate killer apps. So
no, but again, like half of the draw right now is VR itself, the very existence of VR in present,
and that cinematic mode, like that is legit as hell. As we talked about,
and if it's the cheaper option, if it's the more comfortable option and has more games, when the VR itself tends to be pretty comparable across all of them, that might be something that's good enough. They feel good enough about it to try something like this. I don't know.
All right. Next piece of news is small. Firefight will be coming back to Halo in Halo 5 this summer.
Cool.
Really?
Yep. The 4-player survival mode is the most, quote, ambitious new multiplayer experience yet. It's going to be the biggest Halo cooperative mode in the franchise. 8 players will team up in Warzone to fight against 5 increasingly difficult rounds. It includes lots of enemies, a new tier of mythic bosses, and Warzone firefights will include, quote, the most on-screen enemies in the history of Halo.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. I dig it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right. And they just added Griffball back to the game, so fuck yeah.
Griffball, it should never have left.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was that about? I want like a large map Griffball. I want something like football field size.
I think that's actually kind of what they're doing with Halo 5 because everyone can sprint now.
Oh yes, good.
Yeah, so
I never liked the basketball court size like Griffball thing.
Yeah, like that's like Halo 5, everything is just way bigger.
Yeah. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, there's actually a 12-on-12 mode called Warzone.
Fuck yes, we're gonna have to play that.
Yeah, it's like Battlefield Halo. It's sick. I gave that game a 9.5, and I was just like 90% of the scores because this multiplayer is awesome as hell.
I mean, that's what a lot of people are going to Halo for.
So Naughty Dog just finished Uncharted 4. They just sent the game gold last week, and the game is currently being pressed. Like, discs are being made to be out on May 10th. Well, rumor has it they are developing a new Jak and Daxter.
Oh dear.
Let's see. The team is. Rumors have said that a new Jak and Daxter is currently being developed because on a ArtStation profile of a freelance concept artist, they found a pitch concept that looked like new art for Jak and Daxter. They've already made several concept arts for several games, so he isn't new in the industry. 10 days ago, in addition to the published game/movie works, he posted concept arts for an unannounced project, which two of them also looked like Jak in a new costume surfing on rails with a third circle vehicle. So yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if Ratchet and Clank are getting their games, Sly Cooper's got another sequel. What's that?
Is
Wait,
it
Sly
time?
Cooper has
Daxter.
another sequel?
He has.
No, just
Sly
that
4.
one sequel. Yeah.
Sly 4 was great. I love Sly 4.
Yeah.
That time travel. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about with this though was also last year there was like a tweet from Troy Baker talking about The Last of Us 2, and then him being like, "Oh no, there's not that in development."
Okay.
So
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
are they working?
What do you mean
on,
that's a thing?
Are they working on both at once? Like, what's the deal? That's what I'm asking.
What's the
Who
dealio?
knows?
What's the 411? What's the stitch? You know what I mean?
You think after Last of Us they have a big enough team?
I mean, they did Last of Us and Uncharted 3 at the same time. So
Okay, well if they can do that, they can just do anything.
yeah, like if they can
Anything
make
you can do, I can do better.
yeah, if they can
Someone make Uncharted 3 and Last of Us back to back. Not
Yeah.
back to back at the same time.
Yeah, that's nuts. So Apple had a conference in the middle of the week, and they unveiled a new iPad Pro. Basically, they took the iPad Pro and shrunk it down to the size of an iPad Air 2 and put a way, way better camera in it.
Nice.
So
Okay.
the screen doesn't reflect as much. Personally, I don't really take video on my iPad or pictures with my iPad ever. So unless you are doing some serious, like, hardcore art on this thing, I see no reason to buy this if you own an Air 2
No
or an Air
reason.
1.
Okay.
What do you mean, no reason? There's plenty of reason, like art.
Like I said,
I
if
was
you-
kidding.
Okay.
I can't make jokes.
Not bad ones.
Not when you sound so sincere about it.
But that's
Uh,
the best time to make a joke.
They also unveiled the iPhone SE, which is the parts of a 6S thrown into the case of an iPhone 5S. So for those of you who like a smaller phone, that's up to you. Ray, you are upgrading your phone this year, correct?
One of these years.
As
As soon as I have the money, basically, I would do it.
Are you gonna? So I know that you were Are you gonna get a 6S or are you gonna get an SE?
Ooh. I don't know. I'll have to research it more.
Because they're the same phone. It's just that one is the case of the 5/5S, which is your current phone, and one's the case of my phone, the 6. So, yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
like
I don't know. You and me will just have to sit down and research it.
they're the same phone, just a different case. It is literally the only difference between these two damn phones.
I don't know about that. That doesn't sound right.
That is right. You need to stop playing games while you podcast. You're bad at it.
I stopped
Jeez.
I stopped like 30, 40 minutes ago. Now I'm just making fun of you.
My God.
I played one match and then I stopped because I couldn't focus and I wanted to pay attention to the podcast.
Anyway, they're literally the exact same goddamn phone as the 6S, except for the case. That is the only difference.
Okay.
So I don't know, like I kind of like the bigger phone. Like I don't like it to be as big as like a 6 Plus. That's ridiculous. But like a 6S/6 is perfect, in my opinion.
I mean, I've never had any phone that big. I just have this regular Android thing. So I mean,
Android thing.
I mean, it would be good. The bigger
That was a pretty good
controllers-
example of a phone, though.
Yeah, the bigger screen would be a lot better for games. But I can't say from experience whether like, I mean, what do people complain about if the phone is too big for them?
I mean, like
Like, what do you mean if
are
it's
they
too
are they
big for
not
them?
fitting in pockets?
I guess maybe like that's the only thing. I
Yeah,
can
like
think of.
that would be a biggest issue for me. If it didn't fit in my pocket,
Or
like
it's
I
like a
couldn't
weight
use it.
issue?
Yeah, or like it always pulled my pants down. Like that would be a big issue.
Like I see those as like troubles with the Plus, but I haven't had those issues with the regular 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I get you on that one too.
So, hey, you guys know how Game Trailers shut down like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
their core staff got together and are making a new YouTube channel / website. And called Easy Allies.
Nice. Now I can stalk them.
And they have a Patreon set up.
You don't have to stalk them. They're easy allies.
Yep.
Walk
least
up to
they're
them and
not.
it's like you say hi to them and you immediately join their party.
They're the people that sit in Goldshire and just invite you to guilds to roleplay.
No, that's fine. No, it's great. No, thank you.
No, I'm good. Okay.
No, I'm
so
not going to play as your lover in this RP server.
So they set up a bunch of Patreon goals. If they reach $200 per month, subscriber song. If they $800 a month, the new couch, which is something they record on.
Yeah.
$1,000 per month, better production equipment. $2,000 per month, respectable gaming PC for recording and such. $4,000 per month, Mike Huber's new show. $6,000 per month, the return of D&D Adventure. $8,000 per month, Ian Hindick's new show. $10,000 per month, a second podcast. $15,000 per month, Reviews Reborn. So them do it like, you remember Game Trailers really high production reviews? Those.
No.
Yeah.
$20,000 per month, Michael Demignani's new show. $30,000 per month, the return of retrospectives, which that was actually one of my favorite things on their site. That's how I found them.
Was it?
Yeah, back in 2007.
I was about to say, I'm not. To be honest, I cannot remember how I found them.
And then a new studio, $50,000 per month.
Man.
They are currently at $32,000 per month.
Okay.
From 3,796 Patreons.
That's amazing.
Yeah. They're building the studio out of one of the guys' homes. Hey Ray, that sounds really familiar.
Right.
Yeah.
It's said we're doing it for God, what do we put our budget at for that office? Like $8,000 altogether?
Yeah, like once we get into Seattle, we're literally spending $8,000 on a computer room.
So we're doing it at 1/5 the budget, basically. Granted, we don't have like a staff of 10 people like they do, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
To be fair, like for how many of us that are going to be using that room, our quality is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, like no joke. Fucking sound phone. Like I saw the Game Grumps recording setup.
Oh yeah, showed me that. That was really cool.
With the exception of their TV, I was just like, I am the most jello right now. Like that.
What was their TV again?
Their
Oh yeah,
HD
that little like box TV.
I was referring to their HD TV. They're like Insignia. Yeah, that thing, like those things are Best Buy brand garbage. But like everything else in there was beast as hell. Yeah. like especially the way they had it organized and stuff. But um, yeah, I don't know. Good for these guys. Like those guys made some really good content. I was kind of wondering what was going to happen to them. Because
Sure.
did you ever watch anything on game trailers?
I'm sure I did a couple times, like sometimes throughout. I only
Have you
came around for
seen
like
the
bonus
thing that's been
round.
on Facebook for a while? That's just like him telling him a story about how he's leaving out of state. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
What?
You know the thing where it's like the Mark Zuckerberg thing.
Oh, that's Game Grumps, but yes, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the
Sorry.
end, Trent Resin or it's just like
Trent Reznor, F. Mark Zuckerberg, who was the man who invented Facebook, Spider-Man,
it's like I can't think of the guy who invented Facebook. I only think of the guy who played the guy who invented Facebook. Who the fuck invented Facebook? And then two
hours later,
in all caps,
in all capital letters,
Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, so I'm good on these guys. They make some really good stuff. I'm gonna be happy to see like it's always a bummer when you see like 12 people lose jobs in the exact industry you work in.
Yeah.
All due to shitty reasons, essentially. So
Sure.
to see all these talented people come back and their fans be like, here's a shit ton of money per month to do what you guys used to do. Kind of awesome.
Pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's kind of like going to be the future of this job, where it's going to be like you create content and then your fans like pay for premium content or a Patreon or shirts or something.
Patreon
Yeah.
always worries me.
It does.
Like I always like the giant bomb model where it's like you pay $5 a month, and then whatever comes.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that they have to be associated with, like a GameSpot kind of thing, or with the CBSI or some other company that's funding it.
Because the problem with our method and like what game trailers did and IGN is just like advertisers are not willing to pay for shit. Like they're just not anymore. Like unless you are IGN or GameSpot, they just do not want to pay. And then like there's YouTube, but like unless you're like pulling very, very good numbers, YouTube isn't going to be a primary way to do it. So like you really do need to have your fans or sponsors, take care of you.
Sure.
And the way you do that is you make good content that people actually want to watch, because then they are actually willing to give you money, as it turns out.
Oh, that's the trick we've been missing, Bronson.
Yeah, everything we make just sucks, right?
Well, if it involves me, it doesn't. But I'm not I'm not just tooting my own horn here or anything. But I'm totally just playing my own trombone.
I know on Twitch we've had people offer to buy us hero skins and steaks.
That was the weirdest thing that had ever happened. They were just like, "Hey, we will buy you a magical rainbow unicorn. Can we? If you'll use it, please. Pretty please."
That's yeah.
Hey man, rainbow unicorns.
So yeah, good on them for Easy Allies. I actually hope Kyle Bossman gets a new show. I always really liked his stuff.
Okay.
So Telltale Walking Dead Season 3.
What?
That is going to be a thing. Season 1 and 2 both did exceptionally well. And they are planning to have Season 3, the first part of it, and maybe the second part, out by the end of the year.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
The studio is currently in the midst of part 3 of the miniseries. Telltale has confirmed that Walking Dead Season 3 is in development and on the way. They're going to learn more later this year, and the big news is at least one episode will be out this year, possibly 2. Many players will have upgraded or switched platforms. Telltale recognizes this, and it needs to improve its save porting. Choice is important in these games. Having to replay earlier seasons on a new platform to get things right is a bit of a drag. Thankfully, we have a strategy to collect all their data from previous games and put it in a cloud service that they can use on any platform.
Huh. All right. Well,
I played those games on PC, and I'm gonna be playing the new ones on PC. But I can see how, like, if you started those on PS3 and now are on PS4, this could be really awesome.
sure.
Yeah.
All right. XCOM 1 is out for Vita.
XCOM 1 is out for Vita?
Yeah, they just put it on the store on Tuesday and said, "Hey,
Don't lie to me, Bronson.
Nope.
Okay.
XCOM 1's out for Vita." They say long load times and blocky graphics, but everything else is really good.
Okay.
So, if you
Okay.
want one of the best turn-based strategy games of last generation on the go, there you go.
I guess that's it.
It's $20, by the way, for everyone who wants to know.
Okay.
Console in your hands.
Yeah, man. Such shame that, like, no one supported it. Sucks. Did you get,
I know, well.
like, Aaron, I know Ray saw it. Did you get the picture I sent from Billy and Mandy of, like, Sony put over Billy's head and then PlayStation Vita put over that giant spider's head? It says, "Why won't you love me, Dad? I can be anything you want me to be. I want you to
I want
be
you
dead."
to die. I want you to be dead. Oh,
Like, that's
Lordy.
Oh, it's such a shame. 'Cause it was a good idea.
it's a great, like, I love the games that get put on it. Like, I'm super stoked to play Axiom Verge on it.
Okay.
That game seems like we've talked about that before. That's going to be a good game on there.
You know, you liked Digimon on it. Bastion's super
Digimon
great
was
on it.
so good. So good.
So bad news for Sony also. Sony closes the Drive Club / MotorStorm developer Evolution.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to say a few words for your MotorStorm developers?
MotorStorm Apocalypse was really fucking awesome. It's a shame that we're never going to get another one of those. And I believe those were the guys who did Downhill Domination. So I'm going to look up.
I mean, I never played like really anything from them, so I'm not too bummed out about it.
Let's see. Nope. Thank God. Downhill Domination's still safe. That was made by the Warhawk guys. It's still safe.
Bronson, you can breathe. It's okay.
We'll get a new Downhill Domination someday. Someday.
Do you really think so, Bronson?
I don't know. Maybe. It's sold well on PS2.
That was really funny. You think what's gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so sad about that.
MotorStorm was pretty cool. Like, it was definitely like a showpiece for what the PS3 could do graphically, and the second and third game were fantastic. Specifically the third game. I remember I reviewed the third game and I gave it an 8.5, and if it weren't for the rubber band AI, it probably would have been one of my favorite games.
See, this sounds like a game I would have enjoyed quite a bit, and I just, for whatever reason, never got around to them.
Yeah, like, you'll just be playing, and, like, you'll be driving through a building, and it'll just start collapsing.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah, like, it was so good. Like, I kind of, and that game actually supported that weird, like, 3D TV Sony made, where it's just, like, you could do split screen, but each on a full screen.
Right.
Yeah, like that. That's a real shame. That they were overambitious with Drive Club, and you could tell it bit them in the ass.
Right.
I remember seeing that game at E3 and being really impressed, and then it not being out for 2 more years. God. That's why, like, whenever a preview comes out of E3 of, it looks great, I'm just like, I'm sure it does. But it's not out yet. They could fuck up all kinds of things. Like, even games I'm really excited for, like, I take with, like, the largest amount of salt possible.
Well, I mean, you like Bayonetta, so you're already used to salt.
That's because That's because everyone like just has to deal with her shit all the time. Yeah.
To be fair, I love Bayonetta.
It's
It
just
is great.
such a great game, such a great character. Like
Even
she was just
outside of the game, like even in Smash, where they just threw her in, like.
so cocky. Uh,
To be fair,
uh,
like that period before, like right as she got in, where all of those memes were being made, like I was
dude,
just like, this is fantastic.
no, the best meme, like Bayonetta has caused more salt on the internet over the course of like her 5 year existence than most game characters I can think of. Because I remember the first Bayonetta came out, and the PS3 version was broken, causing just PlayStation fanboys to cry immensely.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bayonetta 2 is announced, but it's a Wii U exclusive because only Nintendo was willing to fund it. And I remember like people being so butthurt about this. And I remember that when like I remember there was a picture of Bayonetta standing next to Mario, and it said "You mad?" and it had the Wii U logo for you. And then they did the Smash vote. And it's like, okay, Cloud makes it in, and like who's the last character that everyone voted for? Bayonetta won. And it's just like it's her walking along, and behind her salt. Um, yeah. Fuck. I've considered us let's playing those games. They are a spectacle, and they're really easy to talk over for like the gameplay. Which that's what you want. Like you want to be able to just tell stories and joke around over gameplay, which is why Zelda's been going so well for us.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying our Zelda play. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and like, how are you enjoying that as a game though? Like, is it fun to you?
As a game, I'm saying like I see why everyone loves it. Like I absolutely see why everyone's just like Zelda all the way. But at the same time, like if I was playing the remake, like the one on the 3DS, for example, I'd probably be enjoying it 1,000 times more because trying to play on a Wii pad is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, because it's not designed for it. Like,
Yeah, like instead of like the arrow keys, which would have been so simple, so easy. Like I wish that was a thing. But no, like playing it on that, it's literally just like I'll hit it to the side, but I won't hit it perfectly centered, so it'll do down instead or like up instead, and it'll be like, okay, I'm gonna use the slingshot. If you press the left key, you'll use the slingshot. Damn it, Navi, shut up.
I know that I'll probably let's play Wind Waker later in the year, and like that game and the 3DS games have a bunch of like touchscreen controls to use items, which are super convenient. So Battleborn, does anyone know what this game is?
Battleborn.
I always
Battleborn.
get confused with Overwatch.
Okay, well,
Actually, me too. Like completely, I'm agreeing with Aaron there.
Battleborn is the new game by the Borderlands guys, and it's a team-based like first-person shooter with MOBA elements. Well, it turns out it's gonna have an open beta. It's gonna start April 8th at 10 a.m. and go until April 18th at 7 a.m. It opens first on PS4, and if you play in it, you get DLC Pack 1 for free and access to a special character on release. It's about 9 gigs, and a fun little fact, you do not need PlayStation Plus to participate in the open beta.
Oh wow.
Really?
The content that's in the beta is you go solo or co-op in up to 5 players in 2 full story mode episodes. Competitive multiplayer, they have 2 maps to play, and there's going to be split screen and competitive modes, play with friends or not, and there's going to be a progression system.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm down. It looks interesting. I mean, not as interesting as like Overwatch. Like it's just not catching my eye in that regard, but
well,
it sounds like they're
Overwatch.
on the right track.
Especially because like Overwatch had that short that just came out this week, and they've actually started to manufacture like Overwatch like swag like that. They just put out a Winston plushie for pre-order.
Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. It's so cute.
God, like I pre-ordered the like special edition of the PC version because I was like, what's an extra $20? And you get all this extra stuff for WoW and Hearthstone and Heroes and Diablo and StarCraft. So
That's super cool.
PAX. We all like PAX here, right?
I've never been,
Sure.
but I like it.
All right, yeah, the idea of a PAX at least. All right,
I like their indie area. I like their indie games and their panels.
I love going to the Giant Bomb panel. That alone is worth the $60 I spend to get into that event.
I do their pre-party, and then I do the 404ing it panel, and that always pays for half of it right there. 404ing is fantastic. Went to the PAX last year and watched competitive juggling and competitive rowing, or like canoeing. It was weird.
One of my favorite PAX
that sounds awesome, Aaron.
One of my favorite PAX moments is there's this
it's
guy...
competitive. It's our.
No one cares, Bronson. Me and Aaron are talking.
You are just so moody today.
To be fair, I've been working like 17-hour days every day for 2 weeks, and it's like my first night. So I'm also like, I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, like, I'm tired. And I love messing with you. You know that from one senpai to another.
Okay. But yeah.
Fine, just ignore my.
But anyway, go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
I was just talking about how, like the canoeing is not even like competitive canoeing, like you're racing it. It's artistic canoeing. So they would play music on a very loud boombox while like 30 people if that, stand on one side of the lake and watch this old man row this boat artistically with his one oar, and they watch for like 3 or 4 minutes, and there are like moments where there's clapping, which I guess would indicate that he like steered that boat real good, and it's fantastic. I love it so much. Where they
steered that boat real good.
One of my
You would have to see it. They go in circles. It's ridiculous.
One of my
if you can find me that link, I'll totally watch this.
I'll link it to you later. What was it? What was you saying, Bronson?
Yeah, Bronson.
One of my favorite PAX moments was there's this guy who was cosplayed as a quest giver. And he actually had like real quests and would like scale rewards to the quests. So like,
oh jeez.
So it was just like, here, go take a picture with Gabe and Tycho and I'll give you a free PAX shirt. Or
that's
like,
really cool.
Or like, here, go get go to this area and get this to happen on video, and I'll give you like a candy bar. Like,
what was like the grand prize, if you know?
I have no idea. It was just one dude, so they couldn't give away a bunch of like insane shit. But I went and took a picture with someone cosplaying as Cloud and got like a handful of candy. So
it wasn't just like. It wasn't like go and do this and hang out with Kojima for a night.
I wish. I actually had a chance at that PAX to meet Kojima, and ended up missing it because I ended up meeting the Giant Bomb guys.
Do you regret that?
Not at all. I literally missed Kojima by like 2 minutes, is what I heard. So I was just like, damn it. But I got to meet Ryan, Jeff, Brad, and Patrick. So I was just kind of like...
No Dan?
This is before Dan worked with them.
Dan was not a part of that,
gotcha.
But he did miss Vinny.
I did miss Vinny. That is true.
Vinny's the one with the kid, right?
One of the ones with children, yes.
And Dan's having one, isn't he?
No, that was a joke. Thank God.
Why?
Thank the Lord.
God,
more people like Dan need to reproduce.
No, they do not. That is the last thing that needs to happen in this world.
Is new Dan. We are still witnessing new Dan's transformations. So we have yet to judge to see if new Dan is fit for parenting.
This is true. He has an amiibo collection.
That's a problem that he's dealing with.
He eats mayonnaise.
Oh, he eats.
He's also a part-time wrestler.
Right. Yep, he's also.
To be fair, part-time wrestler. That's awesome.
Part-time wrestling manager. I apologize. He plays. His character is he's like a like a San Francisco. What's the word? He's the kind of guy who wears like Google Glass and like is just a techie
Hipster?
entrepreneur guy.
Okay.
Entrepreneur sort of. I don't know. It's like he's like being.
I like Bronson's
He's really good.
answer
He's really
more.
asshole-ish.
All right.
Well, you know,
He's really good.
All right. Anyway, continue though.
he is pretty good. There's Jason A. Striker who has a kid.
Yeah, it's Jason and Vinny who have kids, and
Okay.
you know, those are people.
Oh, and
I
Vinny. Vinny kind of.
I would endorse those two as fathers.
Yeah.
Those two are fit to breed.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like out of the people we work with, the only person who I'm like, you are fit to breed anytime soon is like Nick. It's like you can have
What?
children.
Not me.
Oh, you are the last person besides like maybe Tori and Steph.
Well, at least I'm beating someone out in that race.
Like
Jeez.
Like I know that's kind of mean, Bronson.
I'm sorry, but like
it's mean for some people.
Like
I know.
Like I'm sorry, Ray, you are not ready for children.
Personally, I think I would be good. I think I'd be good.
I'm sure you do.
What proof do you have that I would be bad?
Like, okay, so
you can't count food, by the way.
I can count food.
You are asking a friend to like criticize the core fundamental parts of your life.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that he is just so like, I am like 1,000% against this. Yes. If he was just like, I don't think you should, but he is just like, I will burn down the Pentagon to keep this from happening.
This is because of the Lost Vikings, isn't it? Just because I keep talking about the Lost Vikings.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I've told you many a story about Ray, Aaron. He's like mini Dan. So I mean, like we can't allow this to breed.
Hang on. Well. So here's the thing: is that people grow. Apparently, Dan grows. I didn't think it was possible, but unless he's pulling an elaborate ruse, it seems to be happening. So what I'm saying is, you guys need to get up to Seattle, and then we can start this process.
Yeah. So, by the way, Aaron, when we get up to Seattle, I might request your services in teaching me drums and guitar.
Oh, okay. That was going in a completely. I thought that was going in a different direction. Yes. Drums and guitar. Can do.
Oh wow.
Adding that to your computer room budget, drums and guitar.
No, that's.
I want to be able to play our own intro music.
I'm gonna hire a ska band.
If I could just do that.
I'm gonna hire a ska band for that.
I could do ska. You get me in a studio, I'll do ska for you.
Hey man, if you want to make us a ska intro for the GameKast, like get on that as a personal project, please.
I do not know how to play the trumpet. I may have access to a trumpet. I could try to learn it, but okay. I can play the rest of the stuff. I've written a ska song before. If
you can learn the trumpet, I'll play the guitar that you can teach me and sing. And then Bronson needs to play something like the harmonica.
I was gonna say bass, but okay.
We've had this conversation years ago when we were talking when Rock Band first became a thing about what instrument Bronson should play. What do you usually play? You're usually singer.
Yeah, or guitar.
He's guitar.
Does he play guitar now? Okay. When we first started, you were big on singing.
I like singing, but some songs are just like, as I have gotten older, like some songs are just so outside my vocal range that it's not even worth trying.
Something tells me that does not stop you from playing songs such as.
I absolutely attempt.
Yeah.
Everyone attempts. Like that's. But no, like I've been wanting to get intro music for this podcast. So if you want to get in GarageBand and throw something rad at me, I am not against that.
All right, Aaron.
I just bought myself this little $40 adapter thingy. Apparently, I can plug it into the computer somehow if I get the right cord, and then I can upload that to a program. I don't know I could see if I can get my hands on some electronic drums, put that in, because I'm not renting out a studio for your damn intro song.
Yeah,
You gotta pay me.
Well, technically, our our place up in Seattle is gonna be soundproof and everything. So I mean, we could just like move the computers to a safe location in the corner, and then move in a drum set, a trumpet, and a guitar, and just me and Aaron will just stay in there for like 2 days.
Well, like I'm looking up like sound foam right now, and like it's gonna cost like I'm gonna just say we're gonna get a good amount of it just in case like we fuck up or like need help for whatever reason. So, or like it's always good to have extra of anything is my philosophy. So it looks like that's gonna be like $60.
Okay.
Good news is that room will be soundproof as fuck because that is like 48 pads. That room is good.
Right.
It's gonna be like that room that you go in and it's so like silent that if you're in it like alone for more than 5 minutes you go crazy.
It's like it's that theory of like the room that's so quiet that you can just like hear your own like blood flow and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So
No,
so yeah, if you want to dick around in GarageBand and like get something to me relatively soon, go for it.
I'm playing an idea of your theme song in my head right now, and it sounds like the Family Feud theme song. That song's called by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Uh-huh.
No,
All right.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Just like keep it sub 30 seconds is the ruling I got. So
Oh, have you have theme song discussions before?
I had them a while ago with Nick, and by had a discussion, we got in an argument over music and licensed music.
I can write you guys some music.
I mean,
need
Bronson,
to figure out how to get it to the computer.
I mean, Eye of the Tiger isn't licensed music. Anyone can use that.
Is that really not licensed music?
That should not be licensed music. I mean, it might have changed since the last time I looked it up.
You say should not. That's Survivor's music.
Yeah, that's
I know.
That was
no, but for a while, like they were like anyone can have this. I'm not sure if they've changed it though.
Yeah, that is very much licensed by someone. I just looked it up.
Okay. I wasn't sure like 5 years ago. I know it wasn't though.
That is very much currently owned by Sony Music.
Make the theme song "Happy Birthday." That's public domain now.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a great way to start the show off every week. Dun 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 dun.
Put you in a good mood every time.
Yeah. And what if
it
was someone's birthday listening to this and that just popped on when they came on? They'd be like, "Oh my god, they like me."
Oh god.
They know.
Anyway, moving forward. PAX Prime. To go back to PAX Prime, we all generally have a positive opinion of PAX. I find I get my money's worth from a couple of panels and being able to shop at some of their weird, places. It is getting a name change.
PAX's?
Okay. What?
PAX Prime is getting a name change.
PAX Maximus Prime?
West?
Aaron, good job for using common sense.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't want it to be that. Come on.
Oh god.
That's too obvious.
I mean, there's a theme here,
There's
man.
West, yeah, I mean,
South,
it's
East,
South,
and
There's
Australia.
East, Australia.
Like
They should have
I
called
just
it PAX
pictured
Down
like
Under.
a PAX themed Optimus Prime.
That's-
PAXes assemble.
To be fair, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I was like, Maximus.
God.
Boy.
But it's getting named to PAX West. Part of the reason they're doing this is so like the other PAXs don't look lesser. Because the problem is,
yeah.
Because right now,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like,
with a name like Prime, it makes it think like that's the PAX to PAX.
yeah, like Prime, East, South, Australia. It's like, oh, well, obviously you want to go to Prime. Which from what I have found, you want to go to East.
Really?
That's what I've been hearing.
That's what people are telling me. Like, you want to go to East. Like, South is the one you want to go to if, like, you just... Honestly, if you care about what we care about. But... Like I like East is where like they tend to give out a lot of free stuff and there's more stuff to do.
To be
But
fair, though, Bronson, I mean, me specifically, if I could go to one convention, it would be BlizzCon.
I would say like that's my second choice behind PAX actually.
Really?
I love.
I don't know enough about PAX. Like, I know what BlizzCon is. It's like, it's very obvious what BlizzCon
Oh,
is.
I adore BlizzCon. Like BlizzCon for me is just like I'm gonna go to this Warcraft thing and this Warcraft thing and this Hearthstone thing and this like yeah like for sure. But like PAX is this just amalgamation of gaming stuff for 4 days straight. Like there's tournaments and concerts and free play and panels and all kinds of stuff. Um, like what I like to do is like the week before I go is like look up the schedule and like I was like this is the stuff I'm absolutely going to no matter what. This is the stuff I kind of want to see. This is the stuff that if I have nothing else to do, and this is the stuff I don't give a shit about. Yeah. Like looking at the PAX East schedule, for example, like on Friday night, like I would love to go to their like how to make your no budget gaming documentary,
How
or
to make your no budget gaming doc.
yeah, or like this one, kind of funny, how to get paid playing video games with your friends. It's the kind of funny panel.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, like stuff like that, or like I remember the panel that I met Jeff at was like a panel on reviews.
Like, wasn't it like journalism panel? Yeah.
Yeah, like Quinn wanted to go watch League stuff, and I wanted to go check out like a journalism panel. So I was just like, "Fuck yeah! All right, we'll split up for now, and I'll talk to you later." Oh,
Yeah.
um, but yeah. So, or like for example, like Giant Bomb, like that. That is the like I always go to their panel. It's like always 8 p.m. on Friday or Saturday.
And it's always good.
It's like it always makes me feel like my ticket price was well spent.
Yeah.
Like that panel combined with like a couple other things like make me be like that was worth $60. Yeah.
Sure.
So PAX West, I think this is smart because it'll get people to start going to the other PAXs because they won't think that like Prime is the real one.
The real one.
Because, like, one thing that I would run into at PAX Prime, and, like, I was going to PAX Prime when East existed, because at this point, like, East existed for quite some time. Like, I think it was, like, the third year of East when I went to Prime. And, like, I knew people out there just like, yeah, I flew all the way out from, like, New York, and I'm like, okay, why? And they're like, like, PAX East doesn't seem like the real one. I'm just like... It's like some people argue that's the better one.
Well, right. I mean, at the time, like a few years ago, no, but now, like, yeah, these experiences are starting to become comparable.
Yeah, like PAX South is the only one that's like that's the small one,
and that's just because they're working on that.
And that's just because it's the newest one.
Yeah,
and it's in San Antonio, which,
hey, you know, Texas. A lot of people around there.
A lot of people. Also, PAX South has to compete with RTX,
right?
And Screw Attack. So there's already like 3 gaming cons out there. And same goes for PAX. Like, I think part of the reason PAX Prime or PAX West now is so packed is because like it's the only it's like the only one of those in its area. Because there are other cons up in the Seattle Western States area, but they're like all anime or comics, not specifically gaming. Versus like down south has RTX, South by Southwest. Up north has MagFest and a couple others. Like out west, it's BlizzCon or PAX Prime. And if you don't give a shit about Blizzard, then you know why the fuck go to BlizzCon?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, last news story. Xbox Live Games with Gold have been announced for the month of April. Microsoft hella rebounds. Last month, or this month, the month of March, their games were garbage. hot garbage.
Really?
Yes, but this month they are on fire.
Okay.
Okay, first up, The Wolf Among Us.
All right.
Second up, Sunset Overdrive.
Nice.
Dead Space. Saints Row
Okay. Yeah.
4.
That is a good list.
That is a pretty decent list.
Damn.
That is a strong lineup of shit you are getting for no cost.
A little bummed I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah, just a bit. Not like super bummed, but at the same time, I'm like, that's a bummer. That's lame.
I'm kind of curious how Sony's gonna respond, like next month, because
I was like, do we not know PlayStations yet?
they have not been announced yet. No one, they usually announce the Thursday beforehand, so we'll get it on the 31st.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I kind of want to, like, Sony rarely does a AAA game, so that'd be nice. Like, what's coming out in April for them? I could see them putting, like, Dark Souls 2, maybe, like the PS4 version.
Sure.
I could see them doing another indie game, like putting Octodad out there, which
I think an indie game, that seems to be where they tend to go, is indie or small. So,
I'd be down
Gotta
for
be
Octodad.
one.
Who's not down for Octodad?
I mean, it's fine.
But
But yeah, if they're gonna battle what Xbox is offering this month, good lord.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
The thing is, Xbox, like we were talking about earlier, though, Xbox, like, when you are the one behind, you need to do shit like that.
Yeah, like that was the other way around.
Like, that's the sad
Right.
truth. And to be fair, this month's PlayStation Plus games were awesome. Like, they're super good.
What were they again?
Super Broforce and Galaxy Z.
That's right, it was Super Broforce. I never ended up downloading that.
It's still free. Download it, bro. You're home.
I might.
You got that fancy new router. It'll download quick.
All right, I'm gonna go, guys, because I'm gonna go download that. But you have fun.
We're not done.
I'm kidding. You cannot take a joke tonight, buddy.
I think it's just because you are feeling extra jokey, and I'm super serious tonight because
Look, man, someone's got to play the straight man.
it's no joke. Like, I think it's partially just because, like, Ray and I both have had long work weeks, and we're responding to it in completely opposite ways.
Yeah, like this is the first like not work related thing I've done in a while, so it's kind of like this is where all of my humor and comedy of the last 2 weeks is going.
Yeah, and me, I'm just like all that work has just sucked all the fun out of me.
Well, yeah.
No, like Anthony, like when like Anthony talked about, like, during political season, I was basically doing the hourly equivalent of working 2 jobs because I was working 12 hours a day, for 6 days a week. And, like,
Yeah.
Anthony even said, like, I don't like it when you work 2 jobs. I'm like, why not? You're mean.
Jeez.
Yeah, because like normally you'll joke around a little bit with me, but like today it's just been all like, "Why are you being dumb, Ray?" I'm just like, "Oh."
Yeah, it's the grumpiness factor.
Yeah.
It's okay. We still like you, grumpy or not.
Yeah, I'll probably rebound tomorrow. Like, I'll probably rebound tomorrow during our Let's Play, I'm sure.
That's just because you like steak.
I mean, well, I think that's just because I've been having I've been having a lot of fun with just our group of 4 people talking over Zelda. Yeah.
Yeah, our group's been pretty good lately.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't really have any comments or questions this week, sadly.
I could ask us some questions.
Okay, Ray, go ahead.
All right. So, Bronson, with
Okay.
the Zelda, obviously it's been the anniversary. In your opinion, like I already know your favorite Zelda is Wind Waker. Would you consider the one we're playing now to be the best Zelda?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna be a dumb question, I bet, didn't you?
That's hard, because, like, I think all of them have a different problem that, like,
Problem.
that makes them so, like, none of them are perfect. Are we talking the series overall or just the 3D ones?
Uh, I'm trying to think of like the best one because I'm new to Zelda, so
Cause like if you want to talk about Zelda, like most people would say like this or A Link to the Past are the best. Um,
okay. Yeah, because like playing through this, like this is obviously my first Zelda, so I don't really have like a reference to go off of from other ones. So
like
I've been trying to like ask other people like what their favorites are, and a lot of them like the consensus is like Majora's Mask is like nobody's favorite.
it's like which is weird because I really like that one. Um,
A lot of people are saying Wind Waker, which would make you happy. A lot of people are saying the one I'm playing now. A lot of people. I've heard a few people say like the newest one, like what is it, Link Between Worlds?
that
Yeah,
game's that game's dope. That game is super awesome. Um, like I think all of them have a problem. Like Ocarina's problem is the water temple is terrible and some parts of it haven't aged great, especially visually. Majora's Mask is the Great Bay Temple is awful in every version of it. And then the N64 version, like the way that time worked was annoying.
the way that time worked.
Yeah, because you could fast forward and rewind time to make it so. So, do you know how Majora's Mask works?
No.
So, the way Majora's Mask works is there are 4 dungeons, and you have 3 days to beat one dungeon, or else the world will end. And, like,
What?
you'll beat it. Yeah, because the way it works is the giant moon is slowly inching down towards the world to destroy it.
Oh,
And,
that's what that moon is?
yes. And you need to go to the first dungeon and beat it, so you can, and then you rewind time to the first day, and you basically relive
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna ask. I was just like, wait, but how does beating the temple
like
stop anything?
the temple stays beaten even if you rewind time. And it's actually like this game that's really like it's the best story in Zelda. I feel. And I think that's partially just because of like you have all these different really likable characters going about their day and doing different stuff, and like you help them so you can get masks and like get bonuses. And
Masks? I'm
yeah,
guessing. Oh, the Skull Kid mask and the rab and the Poyo
there's
mask.
all kinds of different masks. There's 30 total, and if you get them all, you get the fierce deity mask, which basically turns you into fucking god. Like Link turns from a child into an adult and has like this white tunic and this sword that shoots lasers.
What?
Yeah, no, it's sick as
Are you
hell.
sure that isn't modded?
No, that is a real thing. Like one of your masks turns you into a Goron, the other one turns you into a Deku Scrub, one of them turns you into a Zora. Um,
Azora?
yeah, and like it's also like the saddest Zelda in the series because like you would go through like you would beat a temple and then have extra time, so you'd go through and do a side quest and resolve this really sad issue and get it resolved and help these people to get a mask or to get an item. But then you have to rewind time so the world doesn't end, and then that issue is not resolved anymore. Like
Oh,
you still have all the items and stuff, but that issue is not resolved.
do you have to redo it or?
No, it's just that like it's just you did it, and you have to see the end of that storyline, and you get to keep those items. But like when you rewind time, that didn't happen.
Hmm.
You just have like the only things that you keep when you go back in time are your items, and if you put your money in the bank, your money. That's it.
Oh, so you have to remember to put your money back, your item,
Yeah.
or
So yeah,
that's lame.
I really like Majora. It's I like the ones that were like let's do something weird and different. Uh, because like my problem with a game like Twilight Princess, which a lot of people love it, and like Ocarina of Time is like it's so rooted in like normal like fantasy tropes and like traditional medieval fantasy, and I don't find that interesting. Versus like Majora, which is like, let's do this weird like East Asia inspired thing, or like Wind Waker, which is like, let's do like this weird pirate cartoon thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I need to play that game sometime.
Wind Waker?
Wind Waker, Majora, really all those.
I've heard a boat is a king.
Yeah, the King of Red Lions.
Yeah.
I always call him the king, the boat king.
Yeah, I mean, he could technically be a king of boats. So.
You ever seen
any
other boat that's like that?
He is a boat, to be fair. I mean.
That said, like, I think every one of those games has a problem. With Zelda, like I said, Ocarina of Time, Water Temple's terrible. I think some things about pacing could have been a little better as far as combat goes. Majora's Mask has this the time thing is awesome, but also irritating on the original version. A lot easier to deal with on the remake. In fact, a lot of stuff is improved on the remake. Like, the whole reason I say I'm not like, yeah, let's do Majora right after this is because like the remake was so much better, it would be hard for me to go back.
Is that the only reason?
I mean, kinda. Like, I would actually be kind of willing to watch you do Majora.
You mean I can't do Wind Waker and make a mockery of your favorite game?
See, I'm holding a knife right now. I'm gonna keep holding it until you come over tomorrow and just plunge it into you.
See, I'm sick and I can't. I've got the bubonic plague and I don't want to be around people because I don't want to murder people.
All right, cool. I'll get Chelsea to grab you and she'll bring you. And yeah, cool.
Chelsea, that's rude. Why you gotta involve others if I've got the bubonic plague? I mean, maybe they don't want to die for your own selfish murder gains. I mean,
God damn it.
Oh god.
The problem with Wind Waker was the Triforce quest was a pain in the butt and really annoying. That said, they fixed it in Wind Waker. Or in Wind Waker HD. So that's not really an issue in that one. Twilight Princess, the beginning, just shitty. Like the first, that bug hunt is the most annoying shit in the universe.
The bug hunt?
Yeah, and then the open world stuff, the open world's really big and looks really cool, but there's not much in it.
Yeah, I get you.
And then Skyward Sword has so many issues. Just so many issues. It starts with the fact that motion controls are terrible for everything but sword fighting. You repeat the same, you go back to the same 4 zones repeatedly, just in different tracks. There's so many issues with that fucking game, which sucks because it has a lot of really cool story stuff and had a lot of cool ideas. Link Between Worlds, I find the Repo Bird annoying.
The Repo Bird.
Yeah. So in that game, you can get all the items at the very beginning of the game.
Can you?
And after the first 3 dungeons, you can do the rest of the dungeons in any order you want.
What?
Yeah. But the thing is, you can either rent the items or buy them. But if you buy them, they're far, far, far more expensive, so you'll rent them. But if you rent them and you die, the Repo Bird comes and takes it all back.
No.
Okay, that doesn't sound nice.
That's why we call him the Repo Bird.
He breaks your kneecaps?
No, he's not Tom Nook.
Are you sure he's not Tom Nook? Because that sounds a lot like Tom Nook.
If I was ranking them, I would go A Link to the Past, Wind Waker, Ocarina, Link Between Worlds, Majora, Twilight Princess, Link's Awakening. Wow, what?
Let's say, why is he saying
Link,
wow?
Got Link Between Worlds is up there.
Yeah, that game was dope. That game was awesome. They were
Over
willing
Majora and Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
I'm not against you. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
People at home.
He's like, I don't want to stab you. I just want to make sure the other people at home want to stab you.
I have nothing against Link Between Worlds. I just never finished it, so I don't really know the game as a whole, whether it's better than certain other ones.
Do you want to know the big twist at the end of that game?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if we want to do it here.
Hey man, that game is way past our limit.
I mean, I guess sure.
Ravio is Dark Link.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, he shirked his responsibility of being the hero in that world and came to your world to rent you shit and steal your house. He does. He just
steal your house.
He just shows up one day and turns your house into a fucking shop. And it's
bitch.
what the fuck, dude? And then he's
Dark
just
Link indeed.
Yeah, and then he's just oh yeah, I'll let you use equipment for a fee. And if you die, my bird's gonna come take all your shit back. I remember I died in the 4th dungeon, and I had everything in the game, but I only bought half of it, and I was just like, fuck.
Do you have to give it to Repo Bird?
Yeah, you die, and he comes and steals all your shit, and then it says, do you want to continue? So, or he steals all the shit you're renting. If you actually buy it, he won't come and steal your shit. But like I said, buying it is way more expensive. So yeah, anyway, Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages, Seasons, etc. Phantom Choo Choo, Phantom
Wait, did you say Phantom Choo Choo?
Yes, Phantom
Hourglass.
Hourglass.
Oh yeah, Phantom. Yeah, you told me about that.
Which Spirit Tracks? Sorry.
No, I
Phantom
got
Choo
you.
Choo, Phantom Hourglass, Zelda 1, Zelda 2.
Zelda 1,
really,
Zelda 2.
Zelda 1 down there, huh?
Yeah, I don't it's very influential and it's a very important game. The first game to have save states and the first game to have a battery in the cartridge. That's all super awesome and super important for the history of video games. But as far as ranking the Zeldas go, it's towards the bottom.
Okay.
Hey man, I put Link to the Past at 1.
Oh, yeah, and that's the right answer. But
that's the right answer.
Yeah. So
I'll just let that list be.
I mean, if you want to get really heated, let's talk Mario.
Well, we just be circle jerking each other over Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
That's all that would be.
And then what would happen is my friend Thomas would break through my window and be like, Super Mario Bros. 3 is better than World. Fuck you. Yeah.
See, I never liked 2D Mario. It's always my problem.
I actually I had that question at a panel once where my friend Thomas came up and he's like, why is Super Mario Bros. 3 better than World? And I just went up to the microphone and went, well, Super Mario Bros. 3 is a great game. It is in fact not better than Mario World. Thank you for your question. God, yeah, ranking the Marios it's Mario World, Galaxy 2, Galaxy 1, 64.
Putting World over Galaxy 2.
Yeah. Are we including Mario Maker in this?
No.
I wouldn't, but I'm fine with you including it for your own list.
Because I was about to say, if you want to include that, then I'd have to include the Mario Super Sluggers and other things like that.
No, I think those go in too.
Mario Maker is still a platformer. That's why I was saying
it's a platformer, but there's no. They did create their own levels, but the real brilliant. You would have to judge it solely on the levels that it gives you, not in the creating of your own levels.
Okay, because I was about to say then that
I'll
is
agree
number
with
one.
that.
I was going to say is if you
Mario Maker is one of the greatest things in recent gaming, but I
was actually watching Game Grumps play a level where So you know how on swimming levels you press A to float up and then stop pressing it to uh to go
Yeah.
down?
Yep.
They made it so you had to press A with the beat of the level to get past it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and only
How
one
do you
person
even
in the
do
world
that?
Well, you listen to the music of the level, and then you build traps around where you would have to press A.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
almost like, it's
evil.
almost like an automatic level, except you actually have to put some effort into it. That's weird.
It's apparently one of the hardest levels in the game because only 2 people have completed it.
Shit.
Have a lot of
Uh,
people tried, or
yeah, tons of people have tried. I know Danny and Aaron from Game Grumps, like they tried for 45 minutes and then like said, okay, if anyone if anyone can do this to have video proof, I will write you a 30-second song about how you're awesome.
so we need to do this, is what you're saying.
I mean, like you have a far better chance than I do because I cannot keep rhythm to save my life.
Yeah, like I might be able to do this, but that's a far and far between might. Nobody quote me on that, but
I adore Mario Maker just because it's like this amalgamation. Like, they said, "Hey, Mario's super awesome. Here are all these really awesome levels, but like the real me is try this insane shit." And one of my favorite parts of that game is just trying super hard levels. Like just trying levels that are just like unbelievably difficult. Like I want to make that a video series where just Ray and I try and beat super hard levels.
and what? Like just be like, we broke the world record for Mario, we're gonna hate ourselves more for it.
Yep. Just like, oh my god.
Oh, Bronson, we could call it Mario Madness.
That's how we could like get because so Twitch is still looking for the footage, but if they don't get it back and we have to re-break it, that's how we should do it. Just swapping off the.
No, like if they can't find the footage, I would not want to re-break Mario.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it.
Like I'm considering breaking like the Call of Duty like shooter one. I'd rather do that.
I'd rather do the one that's half as long as that.
But then you have to imagine be like, hey Bronson, the Gamer Access holds the world record for video gaming.
That is true, but do both, do all of them, just because go through
I'll
the
play
list.
Mario with one hand while shooting in the other. Break two at once.
Yep.
When I beat Mario, I know I'm halfway there.
No, because like I can picture us breaking the world record. Like, because if you want to talk about being able to stay up, is like doing those really hard Mario Maker levels, just like being fueled by rage for 53 hours.
No, but you see, like my problem with that is, I'd get progressively worse. Like by hour 3, I wouldn't be able to do even simple really levels unless.
One of my favorite moments during our live stream of the original record was when we were doing those sky levels in New Mario U, the 2D one.
Yeah.
And we got to the very end of that level and then died from a random trap. And like the entire chat is just laughing their ass off because you and I were like, no, god fucking damn it, no.
I still think my favorite parts of those of our extra life was just my Zen moments where I was just like, I'm just gonna be quiet now and concentrate on not dying.
Oh god, one of my favorite, like just any moment like where we just like were filled with rage was great at that. But Mario Madness, that'd be really fun. And then we could get people we know to make us super hard levels and fans to do it. Like that'd be because you're not one of the brilliant things about that game is you're not allowed to post a level unless you can beat it.
I know.
So if John can beat it, we can.
Obviously, because I mean, John's a noob.
Oh god.
You listening, Macaluso? The senpai's calling you out.
Okay, so if we're not taking Mario Maker, I'm gonna go World, Galaxy 2, Galaxy, 64, 3D World, 3D Land, Sunshine, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2.
Question: I never played Galaxy 2, never just had the chance to do it, but was it that bad?
Galaxy 2 is the second best one behind World.
Oh, that's the order you were doing it in? Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I thought you were doing worst to best. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, Galaxy 2 is the second best one.
Okay,
Galaxy
that's
2
what
is
was
one of the
throwing me
greatest
off.
games of the last generation.
That's
Like-
what I was throwing off. I was like, I've always heard good things about 2. Why is it so low on the list?
Yeah, like Sunshine is like I said,
I was thinking, why is Sunshine so high?
because the music was just that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I never played Sunshine because I didn't want to, but
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I'll do 64, then you'll do Sunshine.
why would I don't want to play Sunshine.
Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're so
Sunshine
doing...
doesn't even look fun.
It is actually a fun game. It's just super fucking hard. It is definitely the hardest 3D Mario.
See, no one would want to watch that, especially.
Oh.
And if we did that, I'd say that would like be a far in between, like, because I would not want to do 2 Mario games back
Oh
to
no,
back.
I'm not saying in a row. Like I think next we should probably do Mario 64, and then because we need to do it before we move, we're gonna do probably Heavy Rain.
No, I'd say I want to start on our Persona one just because of how long it's gonna take. Like Mario, I think it's gonna take us a while too, but like I want to do a game that we both enjoy next. I don't want it just to be rage followed by rage with more rage, because that'll get boring. That'll get like just repetitive.
Ocarina of Time, you don't seem that rage induced.
No, like I am straight. Like anytime I have to use the ocarina, it's rage induced. Or anytime I have to use the slingshot or boomerang or any of the things that need that little flip stick, I'm extremely pissed off every time.
Okay, so yeah, well, fine. We can like Persona 4,
Especially if you're forcing us to do Dark Souls in like 3 months.
Okay, so here's the thing: we do Persona 4 next, then we are gonna have like our Saturdays are gonna be like 5 to 6 hour sessions.
That's fine.
Like they are gonna be fucking long, cause like I generally we're doing regular Persona 4, not Golden, cause if we ever retire the show, I want to retire it on Persona 4 Golden. So I can probably beat that game in about 55 hours. Let's say we go 5-hour chunks. So that means we could beat it in 11 weeks.
Oof.
So I'm saying we beat Ocarina of Time first week of May, would be my guess. Unless we just really gun for it, which we might. So it would take out a week for E3 and other emergencies. So yeah, we would finish Persona 4 sometime in like July. Which would be perfect, because then we could do Heavy Rain, because we need to do that before we leave.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't think we do.
We do, because that's like I want to see Anthony's reactions to that game.
No, I feel like they need to come up to Seattle once a weekend and do it with it.
Because we know
what
they
you
can
should be
afford
doing
that.
is coming up here and then playing through Infamous Second Son.
Will you join us if we do, Aaron?
Hey, we will play a bit of Infamous Second Son, and then I can drive you to the places that they were looking at for inspiration.
I know where some of those
Can
places
I
are.
tag places with spray paint just like in the game?
Dude, if you were looking for spray paint, I know some buildings, man.
I really do love spray paint art, so I mean,
I've got our album cover. If we ever were to make an album of anything, I have our building covered.
oh sweet.
So
They might find us quick though when it's like on the side of a building, the tamer access.
No. Yeah.
So
No, it's already perfect as it is. It's fantastic.
So,
oh, perfect.
God, yeah, but when we're up there, Aaron can come into our studio and work with us on Let's Plays.
Yeah,
Jeez.
he'll walk in.
No.
He'll hear a
I'm not an
click.
official member of this site. Hang on. We're moving very fast here.
To be fair, we're having someone who's not an official member of the staff help us with pretty much this entire Let's Play.
Yeah, we've had guests every single week but one of our current show.
Yeah, the first week.
Yeah. So having you be our Jeff Backlar, I think is fine.
No, and that's
I'm sure
the
it's
best
fine
thing.
for
Like,
you guys. Yes.
we'll pick a game to play like up there, like, and we'll make it a game with like a random character that just chimes in once in a while, and that'll be Aaron. He'll be quiet the complete other time.
We'll just have
Just that one character.
We'll just have him show up at random recordings.
Yeah,
I'll just pop over.
like, or for example, like we'll do like Sly Cooper, and he can be the turtle.
Yeah. Yep. We've done this before. We've done we've played games where it's all text and we have to voice people.
We're doing that now.
We're doing that now. That tradition is
Shit.
alive and well.
Good.
Yeah, don't worry. You haven't missed anything.
Very
Yep.
good.
That tradition is alive and well. The Great Deku Tree is a pedophile.
Well, I mean, the real winner here is Jub Jub.
Yeah, God, what was the? Oh my God! Then there was the owl. Hoot!
I love the owl.
Hooty hoot.
Then there was the King of the Gorons, who was Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yep, fantastic.
The great
So-
Ido.
The Great Mido, the construction worker in the Kokiri village. Forget about it. We've been having a lot of fun with the voices. Anytime one of my favorite moments is we've been having our friend Chelsea join us, and anytime we got to the part of where Sheik is in the game, we're like, we need to do someone that is a who can do the voice of like a female trying to be like a dude, and
Just one by one domino effect, like slow turn back.
everyone looks at her and she's like, oh God damn it, why is everyone looking at me? So
I just
yeah.
love how we've gone from pedophile tree to Dragon Ball voice announcer
To
to
Pee-wee.
Macho Man Randy Savage to Gabriel Iglesias' assistant.
Oh yeah, Navi is Gabriel Iglesias' secretary. Ray, can you do that
That's
voice for us?
God.
Oh my God, Link! You need to go here and press the A button to open the door.
Oh, Jesus.
One of my personal favorites was how we have a word of the day and actually go, ah!
Hold on,
Oh,
Bronson.
God.
What was it? Just like, wow, it's really moist inside a Jub Jub.
Ah, that's the secret word of the day! Ray, are you super, or not Ray, Aaron, are you super excited for this now?
I don't know.
No, Bronson, we should change up the secret word of the day next
Oh,
tomorrow.
we absolutely will. I'm gonna think of something that you can say a lot inside the Forest Temple and the Fire Temple, because those are the
You
two
just
we are doing
played.
tomorrow.
Well, you just played through it. Like, what's something?
Like ghost.
Ghost.
It's got to be a funny word.
Boomerang.
What, like bow and arrow?
No. Let's see. What's a good one?
You don't do
let's
this
see.
naturally?
Bottle?
You pick
No.
them beforehand?
No, we do it naturally, but
Yeah. Like, we
don't
didn't
don't
completely...
think this through.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah, just Bronson, just one of the time. Like, when I say something like, I'm just like, God, I can't equip the bottle. Just be like, that's the secret word of the day.
Also, Chelsea hates when we sing anything from Poison, so we we'll randomly just break out into Every Rose Has Its Thorns when she's being really sassy.
Yeah.
Every rose has its thorn. Every night has its dawn. Every cowboy.
Sings a sad, sad song.
Is that
Yeah.
what that? Okay.
Yeah,
That's as far as I go.
We paid for it in SingStar to annoy her at Jordan's bachelorette
And we
party.
got it on random.
Yep.
Nice.
Aaron,
I'm excited. We got Rock Band 4 parties tomorrow.
That's awesome.
you want that to be great when I'm up there? I can do Rock Band 4 parties, and I have all the music from 1, 2, 3, 4, and like $200 in DLC.
Great.
You know, it'd be
Yes.
really nice, Bronson,
What?
if they made like a small Pokken Tekken amiibo set. They're halfway there.
I mean,
Just give me a Gengar.
yeah, okay, I'd be fine with that. The game does support amiibo.
I mean, literally, that it only needs like there's already Charizard, there's already Lucario and Mewtwo. Greninja's not in the game for whatever reason, even though he'd be perfect.
Because Froakie's an assist character.
Yeah, there's Pikachu.
You know what? I say yes to this because I would buy the shit out of a
Blaziken.
Pikachu Libre amiibo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pre-order that.
You know, it'd be really cool though,
I
Bronson.
don't pre-order much.
Mm-hmm.
for the Pikachu Libre amiibo, when you put him on the gamepad to put him in, it glows.
And it plays the John Cena music.
No, he doesn't play the. No, when you it's the first time you put him on, Nacho.
Every time I think of that movie now, I'm reminded of that scene
Of that, just like I'm fine. Are you fine? That one. I'm going to go to my bed and be alone.
Yeah, it's just like I get to be alone for the rest of my life. I never have to share a bed. It's great. Great. And he just looks super sad.
I never share my bed because I'm alone. Ever.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and find that. Damn it. See how it goes.
Oh god.
Oh man, this podcast is going strange places.
Well, let's be fair. Like I asked one question about Zelda, and that was 40 minutes ago.
Oh god.
That's how you know this is a good show.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's like I'm doing great. I get to spend. I get to sleep alone for all of my life. It's fantastic. So yeah.
I think we need to find a character to voice Nacho.
I mean, we have Chelsea do it because we know Sheila's voice acting. All right, well, I think that's it. Unless anyone else has anything they want to talk about.
As soon as this is over, I'm going to play this demo of American Truck Simulator.
Ooh.
Let you know what trucking's like.
That trucking life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently it does the West Coast. I don't know if it catches Reno at all. I doubt it.
What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, oh well. All right, everyone. This has been Aaron Reynolds.
Hey, it has been me.
And Ray Glenn Johannesson III.
You're right. I was here this whole time.
RGJ3.
Yeah, at least I can make it places without breaking everything. Like RG. Unlike another person who's the
Whatever.
third.
You're already one up. You're not on the Browns.
Yeah, I'm doing better in life than him.
All right, and I'm
Bronson. Did you hear when he found out he went to the Browns? He was so excited he jumped in the air, but he broke his femur on the way down.
No.
Oh god.
But continuing, you were Bronson. I think you were saying.
And I'm Bronson Fiore. We'll be back next week. You can find us at facebook.com/TheGamerAccess, at Twitter @TheGamerAccess, and twitch.tv/TheGamerAccess. There's a donation button there. Please feel free, because all those things helps us get capture cards, sound foam, gets us down to E3 so we can do awesome dumb videos in fun places for you.
E3's coming soon.
That.
And we'll be back next week.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We love you.
Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.